we're back at Clay Maxey. They're providing us with another vehicle today. This one is a Cadillac XT6. Nice vehicle. Yeah. I'm looking forward to heading over to Golden Corral.
Let's go, man.
Let's do it. Coach, I really appreciate Clay Maxey, all they do for Northside athletics, and we've had a relationship with them for a little while, haven't we?
Yeah. I think even before they moved here, Eric Burnett, who's a basketball coach for us, has been friends with them guys for some time, and they do a great job. But not only Northside, but all the schools in the community.
Yeah, they've had this location out here on Highway 71 South, and there's been a couple of places there in the past that they never had the inventory that Clay Maxey does. And, man, Clay Maxey puts a lot of vehicles out there. You got so much to pick from.
No doubt. I mean, you can look out there any day we come here, and I can pick out quickly 50 cars that I would love to have.
Yeah, SUVs.
Yeah.
They've got a Tesla that's out there.
It was out front.
I
thought that's what we were driving.
I did too. But we're in an XT6 Cadillac. This is a 2020. Beautiful vehicle. I've actually had one of these before. And,
like this?
I say I have. My wife has. And she doesn't let me drive it.
This is nice.
It is nice. Good. It's a good traveling vehicle too.
I didn't realize it had the third row until we got in here.
Well, if you have grandkids, or kids,
it
comes in handy. Got a big game this week. Bryant, conference opener. Bryant's Bryant.
Bryant is Bryant.
Every year you kind of know what you're going to get. But this time we got to go to Bryant.
That's right.
We put a little scare into them last year at Mayo Thompson. I think Buck James was glad to get out of there.
Yeah, we played them real tough. We actually played them twice. The playoff game didn't go as well, but the regular season game last year it was a good game. We expected a good game this week. I mean, they'll lead the state, but at the same time, man, we feel like we have a good ball team, and we're gonna see what we can do.
Well, Northside is definitely not a team that any opposing coach wants to take lightly. Just mere fact of the talent that's there. You have some explosive players. I mean, you can put a lot of points on the board really, really fast. Not everybody that we play is going to know that. And talking about, their defensive schemes and the way they line up and try to play against a team like us, has to get them a little bit concerned because of the speed that we have, especially if you're a cover one defense or even a cover three. And guys like Maury Smith and Tay King and Ezra, they can get past you in a hurry.
Yeah, they can blow the top off. And for anybody that plays cover one, that's one of the risks you take. Is going against a fast receiver and him being able to get by you. But I think they do a good job at mixing up man and zone, and we just got to be ready for both.
I had a friend that played for North Dakota State, and he was 6 or 8 years older than me, and told some great stories about his college days. But he went as a free agent to the Green Bay Packers, and Lim Barney, who was a cornerback for the Packers, got hurt, so he was going to get a start, and his first start was against the San Diego Chargers, and back then it was all man defense.
Yeah.
And he had to guard a guy that they called Bambi, who was played at the University of Arkansas, and this guy was so fast, and so he got introduced to what speed is all about in that very first game.
That's not how you want to find out.
No, and he thought he couldn't get any worse than that. Then next week he played the Dallas Cowboys, and it was Bob Hayes. Bob Hayes was the fastest human in the world at that time. Well, Coach, we're at Golden Corral.
We're here. It's time to loosen up your belt and go to work. You start with the dessert first, man, or what are you doing?
That's your deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I could go that way. They got a lot to pick from, so let's have at it.
I'm ready.
I think we're the first ones here.
I believe so. 3 plate.
No wine.
3 plate minimum.
That's right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grizzly Football with Coach Felix Curry. I'm Buzz Sawyer, and I'd like to welcome you into the Golden Corral, our major sponsor. And, Coach, it's so much fun having the show here because we get to eat. But I haven't eaten yet. I know you have.
I've eaten enough for me and you already.
What'd you have?
Everything.
Everything? It's a lot to pick from.
It is, and it's good.
I mean, you went through the salad bar. Then you got a main entree. Did you get a dessert yet?
I kind of flip it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Would you go dessert first?
No, I went to the main dish first.
Oh, did you?
I got a little bit of salad. Yeah.
Well, it's good to have everybody here, and I hope everybody is got a chance to eat and just relax a little bit and enjoy the show. Also, I want to say thank you to our other major sponsor, Clay Maxey, who lets us take a car from their car lot to here, which is always a lot of fun. Every week we get a different car, and so it's been fun doing that.
I love it, man.
Dude.
He won't let me drive though, so I gotta.
Who won't let you drive?
You.
Well, yeah. Well, you want to drive?
I do.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
All right. Drive.
Coach, you see my watch?
Man,
isn't that cool?
That is.
You see that? That's a Grizzly head on there.
I see that.
You know where I got that?
Where did you get that?
Ashton Little. Got it online for my birthday.
When was your birthday?
September 15th. When's yours?
September 15th.
I don't know what to tell you, Coach. I mean, you might want to get with her on that. Go Bears. Well, Coach, we brought some guests with us tonight.
Yes.
We got Eric Barrientos, we got Maury Smith, and you got your defensive coordinator, Ryan Solly. Looking forward to talking to them. I know that you try to pick out guys each week. How do you determine who comes? Are you just trying to get the seniors, or?
Mostly we get seniors. We
Right.
get guys that we feel like try to do things the right way, and the two guys are Eric and Maury. They're two guys that we think do things the right way. And
Right.
we try to make sure we get them guys out.
You have two offensive guys. You got an offensive lineman, and then you've got a wide receiver. Do you try to group them in certain ways, or does that really matter?
Well, most of the time I try to get an offensive guy and a defensive guy. But,
Right.
I really want to get these two guys out going into this game.
Well, I'm looking forward to talking to both of them. And also looking forward to talking to Coach Solly,
No doubt.
defensive coordinator. He's
Yes.
always been a defensive guy, and
That's
he's
right.
worked under you for quite a few years, and now he is the guy.
He is the guy.
Yeah, looking forward to talking to him.
No doubt.
Coach, if you've got anything left, whether it's dessert or maybe another entree or whatever, I'm going to let you get with that because we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Eric Barrientos, and then we'll talk to Maury Smith, then Coach Solly, then we'll come back at the end and wrap it up with you.
Okay.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after this from Golden Corral.
And I'm on a roll. Hey, 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 hey. And I'm on a roll.
Hey, Chief, which weighs more, meatloaf or steak?
Steak.
Ham or turkey?
Ham.
Mac and cheese or cookies?
Mac and cheese easily. Let's go weigh him and find out.
Okay. A pound of carrot cake or a pound of ice cream?
Nice try, rookie.
I almost had you.
Not even close.
Welcome back to Golden Corral. This is Grizzly Football with head coach Felix Curry. We got number 60, senior Eric Barrientos, offensive lineman. It's good to have you, Eric. How's everything going?
Been going well. Just Just keep working every single day.
Yeah. I noticed you had a finger that's bandaged up a little bit. What happened?
Just messed it up this morning, going for bang bang play, and it just got caught up.
Right. You okay?
Yes, sir.
How did it happen? I mean, did anybody that you banged it up with that I might know? Or
Yeah, Sebastian Garcia.
He's a pretty hard hitter, isn't he?
A little something.
So you practiced this morning. That's because of the heat?
Yes, sir.
So what's the determining factor, that has y'all practice in the morning as opposed to in the afternoon?
Just mostly the heat.
Is it Miss Sherry that determines that?
No, sir. It's
No.
Coach Curry.
Coach Curry determines that? Okay. All right. Well, how's practice been going?
It's been going well. Just keep getting more disciplined and learning
Right.
what Brian's going to do.
So, Bryant, our first conference game, we had them. I think we had them a little bit leery of us last year when they came to Mayo Thompson. I think we lost that game 35-17, I believe was the final score. It was a much closer game than that, but we're going to be at their place this time. How have you guys been preparing for that?
Just have to keep being more disciplined and taking the right steps and getting
Right.
far nipple like Coach Little tells us every single day.
Coach Little, and he's here tonight.
Yes, sir.
You like Coach Little?
Yes, sir.
Is he pretty easy to work under, or does he require a lot from you? Is he pretty disciplined?
Depends on the day.
On the day. If you're doing good, it's a good day. If you're doing bad,
If he did good at golfing, then it's a good day.
oh, okay. Well, we're glad to have him back, and
Sir.
I know that you've had him for your entire career. And speaking of your career at Northside, you're a senior now. Where'd you go to junior high?
I went to Kimmons.
Kemmons. So Northside was always going to be your destination.
Yes, sir.
So are you glad that this is where you've played out your career?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any plans for college ball?
I have a couple offers at the moment.
Right.
Just keep building interest and hopefully get more.
Well, you have, I think you had a visit to Oklahoma State.
Yes, sir.
How'd that go?
Went well. Talked to a couple coaches and just continuing to be on their radar.
Right. If I was a coach in college, I'd definitely be looking at you. I mean, you've had a great career. We go back to last year, an offensive line is the starting point for, the offense being able to, whether it's throwing it or passing it. We ran it a lot last year, had some really good running backs, but you guys had to open holes for them to be able to do what they did. And one thing that I noticed about you, and you do it this year too, every time one of those guys scores, you go pick them up. What's the deal on that?
Just, I like those guys, man. they have to run behind me, so I have to hype them up.
Have you ever asked them to pick you up?
I don't get the ball.
I mean, but you're the one that got them into the end zone or helped get them into the end zone.
Yes, sir.
I think one time they ought to pick you up.
I don't think they pick me up very far.
How much you weigh?
About 260.
Woo! Yeah, that'd be a little bit tough. I've got Maury Smith's going to come here in just a little bit. You think he could pick you up?
I don't know.
No?
Depends on the day.
But we'll find out. Next time he scores, let's see if y'all can reverse that. All right?
right.
We'll talk to Maury about that here in just a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Bryant's a team that has been good for 4 or 5 years now, really, really good. We got to go there to play them. How do you feel about our chances going in to play Bryant?
Feel good. Hopefully pull off an upset. Just keep getting better.
Well, I expect that you'll go give 100% like you always do. And I know that you're doing what you have to do in the classroom to get, to make sure that everything's good there, to continue on with your future, whether it be playing college ball or getting into business, whatever it is. If you didn't play college ball, do you have plans? What you
yes,
might
sir.
want to do?
Might want to major in kinesiology or sports medicine.
Oh, yeah.
Go that route.
Okay. Well, that's are you involved in that right now?
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit about that.
I took Miss Bean's class for 2 years.
Right.
I forgot what it's called, but you get a course for that, and it's sports medicine and sports medicine assessment.
Right. So that might be something that you do in your college.
Yes, sir.
But you're more than likely probably going to play some ball somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, Eric, we appreciate you being a Grizzly. We appreciate your dedication and doing what you do. And being on the offensive line, you guys don't get a lot of recognition all the time, but one of the cool things for us is that our color guy in the press box with me is an offensive lineman, and then Coach Fuller, who does a lot for us as far as the color goes, does some on-field commentating too. He's an offensive lineman. He understands it. Coach Little, who has been your coach for the entire time, does a lot for the Grizzly Sports Network too. So you got a lot of offensive linemen that help us understand what it takes to make a good play. So we're getting a lot of emphasis on you guys this year. And you told me earlier that Jamani Gonzalez, are they flipping?
Yes, sir.
And what's the reason for that?
Try to help the freshmen.
Okay.
We'd rather have the senior out there or a freshman between two seniors.
Right. Well, then you got Jamani, you have you, and you have Adrian as seniors. Great guys to lead those other kids.
Yes, sir.
Well, keep doing what you're doing. Eric, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and good luck against Bryant.
Thank you.
This is Eric Barrientos. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Maury Smith after this from Clay Maxey.
For the consumer, I think it's maybe one of the best times in history, at least in my experience, it's the best time that I've seen. The pre-owned business is definitely changing. Probably the best time as far as ease that we've seen in the car business. Transaction between the salesman and the customer is so much easier. The coolest thing about our pre-owned stores to me is hearing what they say about going there. Come see us at Clay Maxey Premium Pre-Owned in Fort Smith and in Tawnytown.
Welcome back. We're here with number 8, Maury Smith.
Yes, sir.
Maury, you're a senior, and when you think about Maury Smith, you think about speed. That's the first thing that comes to mind, and it should come to everybody's mind. You are the fastest guy in Arkansas. Northside has had a history of some speed. You had Jordan Dilworth, you had Pro-Size, and then now you've got Maury Smith, and it's just kept getting faster and faster and faster.
Yes, sir.
I know that you have to be excited as a wide receiver with your kind of speed when you see somebody in press coverage, because you're probably going to blow right by them.
Yes, sir. It's my favorite thing to see.
So when you think about Bryant, and Bryant is primarily a cover one defense, they like to go man.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if they're going to press you very much. They may flip it to a cover 3, but you're going to have an opportunity to probably get a lot of action.
Yes, sir.
This week. Are you excited about that?
Yes, sir, for sure. I mean, if they want to go to man, I mean, we finna hurt them.
Well, I'd love to see that. So let's go back to a couple of games ago. I was in the press box, as I am for every game, and I know you guys by the way you run. I don't necessarily have to see your number, but you were on defense.
Yes, sir.
And picked up a fumble, and I thought it was RJ because being in the defensive backfield. And then as you started running, then it clicked in my mind, that's Maury. And I knew then, well, that's a touchdown. There is nobody in the stadium that's going to be able to catch you. What was that like when you saw that ball bounce right into your hands? I mean, were you thinking 6 for 90 yards? Because I noticed when you got to about the 30, you're waving.
Yeah, I knew it was going for 6 as soon as he bobbled it.
Yeah.
I mean, he took too slow to get the ball, so I ran over there and got it. It took off.
Took a good bounce for you.
Yeah, it took a good bounce.
So you knew as soon as you picked it up, that was it.
Yeah, no one's coaching me.
What's the most exciting thing for you? Is it catching a pass and scoring? Is it maybe picking up a fumble like that? Because you're going to play a little bit of defense.
Yes,
I know
sir.
that coaches have trying to use all the best athletes in certain situations whenever they can. What's your favorite time on the field?
For sure, scoring touchdowns. I mean, getting late with the guys.
Yeah.
I love that.
So what have you guys been working on this week?
Route running, getting better at routes.
Right.
Stacking defenders.
Right.
Discipline.
So what is the check down situation for Poon? I mean, is he, as far as his reads go, I mean, does he have a primary receiver on certain plays? Then does he have a check down, for certain guys?
Yeah, some plays he has certain reads to go through, and some plays it's just like one person.
Right.
To get the ball to.
So, do you like catching like on a wide receiver screen where you get a quick pass and looking for a block, maybe just give you a little bit of room, or do you like that post route or that fly route?
I like the post and goes.
Yeah.
Let me run by my defender.
Yeah, that's pretty fun to watch you run by them.
Yeah.
So if Bryant, and they know, I mean, these guys they're not just good athletes; they're well coached too.
Yes, sir.
They already know, about you. And I don't know that they're going to give you the opportunity to just blow right by them. But if they do, that's dessert right there. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to back off of you a little bit. They may go to cover 3 and possibly have. Cover those deep thirds, to try to keep you from scoring on them. But we'll take that 7 to 10 yards every time.
Yes, sir.
So you're good with that. I mean, just as far as making receptions, moving those chains, whatever we have
Moving
to do.
the chains, for sure.
Exactly. Speaking of speed, I'm just curious. You ever seen me run?
No.
Never?
Never.
Okay.
You got some speed?
A lot. Yeah, I have a lot of speed.
You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. So, not knowing how fast I am, would you, if you and I were going to say race for 40 yards, how far do you think that you would have to give me to make it even?
I can give you like 20.
20 yards?
Yeah, 20.
All right. So let's at some point, okay, in practice, and we get Coach Curry or whoever, me and you go out there and you let me run 20 and you run 40. Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I got you.
You got me?
That's a deal.
All right, sounds good. Maury Smith, fastest guy in Arkansas, right here. We're gonna film this when it happens. Okay. All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Coach Solly after this from Burton Pools and Spas.
Ready to relax this fall with Hot Springs Truckload of Savings event at Burton. From now through October 3rd, save up to $4,900 off select model hot tubs from Hot Springs. Soak up the savings with easy financing and payments as low as $80 a month. Only at Burton Pools and Spas.
And I'm on a roll. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. And I'm on a roll.
Welcome back to Grizzly Football with Felix Curry. This is defensive coordinator Ryan Solly, and I love interviewing Ryan Solly. And the reason I do is because he is a Northside guy, had a state championship with Northside. He could seriously dress out and play and be effective right now. He has that much passion. I know he wants to. Coach, I have such a fun time in the press box watching you, and when things are getting tense and see your intensity. So, how do you contain that?
Well, sometimes I don't. So, I let it out. But I try to. I've been doing a lot better, trying to keep my composure because you got to see the big picture now, and you can't always get fiery when you want to get fiery.
Right.
So. But sometimes it feels good to let it out. So,
well, you've been a defensive guy your entire life. Mm-hmm. Okay, you played defense, you've coached defense. Now you're the defensive coordinator. It's got to be really rewarding. Being a Grizzly at heart, now being the defensive coordinator.
Man, I remember being these guys' age and thinking, I'd love to be the defense coordinator at Northside High School or just a defense coordinator in general. And I've told people this story before. Like, I remember my first paycheck thinking I got drafted in the NFL. I was like, man, I have made it. I can't believe they pay me for this. And I still feel that way right now. 41 years old, coaching these guys, and I'm just like, I won the lottery. It's unbelievable. And so I'm having the time of my life. It's really rewarding. And this is really the first time in my life where I have to look at myself and say, man, hey, this is a growing experience, and it's been fun. I know that we're not being as good as we want to be on defense, and that's going to change, but it's fun to me, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Well, when we're young, we sometimes don't know what we're going to do for a living, and then when we finally get to that point and you you're doing whatever it is, you hope that you love it.
Yes.
You know, some of us aren't as fortunate as others. You know, you may be working and it's a grind and you can't wait to get home and dread going to work the next day, but that's not you.
No. I remember being at Stevens Boys Club, and first time I put them shoulder pads on, I ran across and touched the fence, and I was like, this is it, man. This is the greatest thing in the world. And I felt like that's, like I said, I'm 41 years old, and I still feel like that. I love it.
Well, Coach, we are sure fortunate to have you as a Grizzly football coach. And I talked to a lot of the coaches about being coaches and the role that it is and the time that it takes and what you have to sacrifice to be a coach. And it always goes back to your wife and how supportive is she. But Jessie has been...
She's unbelievable. Yeah. And what makes our... I mean, we love each other and everything, but she has the same type of job. She loves her job, and so that makes for a happy life. And man, we just I mean, life's been easy, right? And so we enjoy each other. We enjoy each other's career. We support each other's career. She's at a government deal right now, and you know, I'm glad she's there, and she's having a good time doing that. And so we got a beautiful daughter, and
how's that you doing?
She's doing good. She's on that John Bozeman commercial, so I get good texts and bad texts. I don't know. So it just depends on the person. But we're just, I mean, we're hitting our stride, you know.
Yeah. Well, Coach, this week we have a tough game against Bryant. They've played.
We have a game against Bryant.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's tough or not, but we got a game, and we're going to be down there at 7 o'clock. I promise you that.
Well, I know that you're getting the guys ready to play against them. The conference game to opening game for the 7A Central. They have beat Benton. They beat Parkview.
Mm-hmm.
I think they beat Parkview 20-10. Yeah. Parkview's a good football team.
They're a good football team.
Yeah. They have averaged, well, they had 381 yards against Benton. They had 394 against Parkview. It's a little bit different than what we've played so far. There's more of a mix-up of pass and run. It's not like they're throwing every down.
No, they are let's just say it, they're the class of the state. I mean, they do things right. They're well coached. They got a great scheme offensively. Their run game complements their pass game, and they're good at it. They are good at it. But we are excited about the opportunity. I mean, when I was a senior in high school, we won a state title, and we go out and get beat by Sylvan Hills. Then we get beat 55-6, the worst loss in Northside history. And
that was your senior year.
My senior year. Right. And we struggled with the first 5 games. We're 2-3, and we're looking around, and you know, we just kept trying to get better every week. Just listening to the coaches, making changes here and there. Never got too high, never got too low, and we just kept chipping away at it. And you look up, and it's first week of December, and you're playing for a state title, and these guys could do that. Like this, whatever happens Friday night happens. But we're going to go down there with a good football team, and they're going to spot the ball at 7 o'clock. I promise you that. And there's going to be a bunch of white shirts that says Grizzly on down there ready to play football. We don't care who it is. We don't take a back seat to nobody. Yeah, we're 1-2 right now. Got beat by 2 good teams, and we're shaking it off, and we're ready to go play football.
Well, that's the intensity that I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
don't
get me fired up. My blood pressure get high.
Have you already eaten?
I have ate. That's why it's elevated.
Okay.
I stayed off the dessert though. And I'm telling you, I know Bryant's a different program and everything, and I respect those guys. I respect every one of those coaches, every one of those players. I mean, envious of them, right? Borderline jealous of them, but they do it right. But we're doing it right too.
Right.
And we got a great group of kids, great group of coaches. And when I was a senior in high school, I mean, I know it's 1999, but Bryant's 12-0. They're everything, and they're beating the brakes off everybody. And here we come here, lonely on Northside underdogs, and we pull down that same gravel road. They're cheering and booing us, and guess what? 6 interceptions and a shutout later, we going on to the semifinals. Now this ain't a semifinal playoff game, but it's a big game for us. We need to go down there and play well, in all 3 aspects of the game. And play the way we've been coached, and coach the way we know we can, and get it on.
I'm ready to play. Oh, man. Wow. That's a great example of what your senior year, the way you turned it around, and that can be done. A lot of talent on this Northside Grizzly football team. Coach, I was going to ask you about golf and if you're better than Little or not, but
No.
You're not?
I'm not. Golf is the furthest thing from my mind right
I was
now.
going to ask you, but I'm
tunnel,
X that out.
I got tunnel vision right now.
Coach.
But, you know, I mean, not to talk much more, but, you know, I've never had to deal with struggle. Everything's came easy to me. And now I'm having to look myself in the mirror and say, hey, we got to go to work and we're ready to do it.
Who's a better man than Ryan Solly to do that?
I don't know.
I don't know either, brother.
But I bet on me.
I bet on you too. I bet on the Grizzlies.
So.
All right, Coach. I'm getting ready to go suit up. If they got number 12, I know McLean wears number 12, but I got to have that.
That's fine with me.
Okay, maybe
I'll take 44.
Okay, we're in. Coach, good luck Friday night.
Thank you, Buzz.
Yes, sir.
See you.
Ryan Solly, defensive coordinator. Stay with us. We'll be back with Coach Curry right after this from Potts Accounting.
You're in business to do business, not paperwork. That's where the skills of Potts & Company certified public accountants can help you succeed. Trust the experienced professionals of Potts & Company for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and other business services. Using QuickBooks for your operations? They're QuickBooks experts. The Potts & Company team can help you establish, organize, and optimize your QuickBooks for utmost effectiveness. Visit pottscpa.com to learn more.
All right, welcome back to Golden Corral. This is Grizzly Football with Felix Curry. Coach, man, how much fun is that listening to Coach Solly get fired up about the defense?
I tell people that dude is a ball coach.
He is.
He's a ball coach.
And we talk about it during the broadcast is, look, watch him. Just watch him. You know, you can see him all necked up, you know, he's getting ready webbed up. Who knows what he's going to do?
Exactly.
But if you can't get fired up over that, man, you just don't know football.
That's right. That's right.
But Bryant is going to be it's going to be a game, and they're going to be favorite, no question. Yeah. And it's like Coach Solly said, hey, we're Northside coming in, but 6 interceptions and so much later, hey, who knows?
That's right. That's right.
Make it happen.
That's right. And that's what we say, man. You got to get out there and you work. And, you know, when the game starts, you have to play. I mean, it's 0-0.
Right.
You have to play. And the thing that Coach Solly mentioned, and all of us as coaches have looked at ourselves and said, you know what, there's some things that we got to do to get better because this is a great ball team we have. And we made some adjustments, and you're going to see a better ball club.
Yeah. They're a team that is kind of an old school type team where they'll throw it, pass it, throw it, pass it. It's well rounded. It's not like that wide open tempo that you see with a couple other teams that we've played. I like the way they play, and I think that you can get ready for them.
They're state defenders for a reason. That's a good team, with great coaches, and they take what people give them, and that's why we've been working and Coach Solly and defensive staff have done a great job with coming up with a scheme that we think is going to give us the best chance to win.
Well, they have a sophomore quarterback, Jordan Walker, and I know that his dad, I think, played for Coach Little. He knows them. Okay. I think that his dad was a linebacker, if I'm correct in that, Coach Little. And this young man, Walker, is a 6'2", 200-pound quarterback, but he is a sophomore. It sometimes makes me think that can you rattle a guy, you know, when he doesn't have that experience? I don't know. I think if you put a lot of pressure on him and things start going bad, you really find out.
I think dealing with any, you know, kid at this age, if some things go wrong, you know, you can kind of see some rattle in kids, but those guys do a good job developing quarterbacks. And I guess since I've been here, every quarterback they've had has been a great quarterback, and that kid is the same. He's a little bit younger.
Right.
We'll get a chance to see.
Well, last year, Donovan Amalo, who was a sophomore for Conway,
exactly.
He didn't play like a sophomore. I mean, these kids grow up fast.
They do.
And you watch the freshman game. And by the way, congratulations with the freshmen in the JV, another win against Southside. I think they just blanked the other side of the town for.
We love it.
Yeah.
We love it.
Sure was fun to watch.
No doubt.
Yeah, enjoy a lot of offense.
Yeah. We have some talented kids, those younger kids, and like Eric said earlier, we're just trying to continue to instill, some work ethic and instill some discipline. And we got a lot of good kids coming through.
You really do, and it's fun talking to the seniors and having Maury and Eric here tonight and listening to them talk. These kids they're growing up.
They are.
And to think that, this time next year they're going to be playing college ball somewhere, and we try to keep up with them. But boy, what great college players those kids would be.
They are. We're looking forward to them continuing, developing as high school players this year. But definitely, both of them kids, along with some others, going to do great in college.
And I was talking to both of them about practicing in the mornings.
Yeah.
So the heat is pretty unbearable right now, and it's going to be hot again Friday night.
Yeah, we're thinking it's going to break a little bit, but would it been as hot as it is, if at 3 o'clock we can't go outside and to practice in the indoor, it doesn't give you what you need as far as the spacing. And so 2 times this week we've had to get up there early.
Yeah. Coach, you've had a week off now, so is everybody healthy? You have any injuries that you're dealing with now?
No, we're pretty healthy.
Okay.
We're pretty. Of course, in football you have a couple nagging injuries, but there's nothing serious amongst the guys that are playing.
So Eric's finger's not going to be
No, that's not going to stop him.
You see my watch?
Yeah, I did. I think I saw it a couple times.
Okay, it's pretty. Just want to make sure you saw that. Okay. I'm going to wear that Friday night, Go Bears.
No doubt.
That's exactly right. Coach, so anything changed this week as far as a game plan? Going into Bryant, does that change what you've done for the last 3 weeks, or are you continuing kind of the same?
Not so much for Bryant, but for us, and I tell people, and Ryan, he's not going to get up here and make excuses about, defensive play, but we have one kid that's playing varsity ball that was a starter at his position last year. Mm-hmm. That's RJ.
Right.
Everybody else has not played varsity ball or has played varsity ball, but, like Julius Thomas, he was a defensive lineman. Now he's a linebacker. And so we're trying to learn what those guys can and can't do. And so we were doing some things defensively that we thought, man, maybe we can't do this. And we've always been believers that you have to play to your strengths. Your scheme has to fit your personnel. And Coach Solly and the defensive staff, they've gotten together and they've put a base together that's going to fit our personnel. And I think when you see them play, you're going to be real excited.
So is Garcia still on the defensive line?
Kind of back and forth, but we're doing some stuff to limit some of the perimeter play by the guys that's just not used to playing in the perimeter. And then we're doing some things, and I think it's going to help tremendously.
Well, I'm looking forward to Friday night. It's our first conference game. What time will you guys leave on Friday?
We'll leave Fort Smith around 1 o'clock, and we'll get to Arkansas Tech 2-ish, and we'll have a walk through, and then we'll eat, and then after that we'll get on in hopefully sometime around 5:20, 5:30, and shortly after we get there, Coach Frazier here had the quarterbacks getting out, and we'll get ready to go to work.
Well, Coach, I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be it's a big game. It's going to have a lot of attention. Grizzly Sports Network will be there, and we'll get down there about 4 o'clock, start setting up, and we'll have a lot of different camera angles for all the touchdowns and highlights. And so be safe going to Bryant.
Yes, you too.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. This is Felix Curry, and this has been Grizzly Football with Felix Curry. Northside High School invites you to help pave the way in the Legacy Walk. All former or current students, players, friends, families, faculty, administration, community leaders, and businesses are invited to become a permanent part of its campus. Have your own personalization engraved on a 4x8 brick to be installed in front of the new arena. Honor a loved one, a teacher, a coach, your graduating class, or even advertise an organization or business. Support Northside and become a part of the campus for years to come. Stop by the Grizzly Gear Shop and order yours today.
Did you spend time at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987? Were you diagnosed with cancer or any of these serious conditions? You may be entitled to significant compensation. Personnel and their families have suffered serious illnesses after being exposed to toxic drinking water while on base. If you lived, worked, or served at Camp Lejeune and were diagnosed with cancer or another serious condition,
let us help you weather the storm. Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
The Crawford County Adult Education Center and the Fort Smith Adult Education Center have teamed up to help you reach all of your educational goals. Get started today with our free classes, including Arkansas High School Diploma Equivalency, English Language Learning, and Workforce Preparation classes. Train to be a CNA, a personal care assistant, a welder, and more. College courses are also available. New classes are forming now in Van Buren, Fort Smith, and Waldron. Visit us online or call the numbers on your screen. Do it for you. Education lasts a lifetime.
Since 1977, Jerry Neal's Barbecue has been providing mouth-watering barbecue in a family-friendly environment. 45 years later, the great tradition continues with the new additions of fried catfish and jumbo shrimp that are cooked fresh every time. Satisfy your cravings when your catfish arrives at your table hot and crispy. Jerry Neal's Barbecue is proud to be a part of Fort Smith's history. Hope to see you soon at Jerry Neal's Barbecue and Catfish.
And when I was a senior in high school, I mean, I know it's 1999, but Bryant's 12-0. They're everything, and they're beating the brakes off everybody. And here we come here, lonely on Northside underdogs, and we pull down that same gravel road. They're cheering and booing us, and guess what? 6 interceptions and a shutout later, we going on to the semifinals. But this is a big game for us. We need to go down and play well, in all three aspects of the game, and play the way we've been coached, and coach the way we know we can, and get it on.
Boom. Fakes it. Boom. Keeps. Boom up the middle. Touchdown, Northside. And miss at the 40. Midfield. Makes another man miss. He just has one more to beat. He smokes him. Turns the burners on at the 10. 5. Touchdown. Tay King. Boom. Pitches it. Tay. Tay has some green. Tay at the 10. Tay at the 5. Hits a man. Goes into the end zone. Touchdown. Tay King. That's deep to Maury Smith. Maury makes the catch. Maury! Touchdown, Northside. Poon will send a man in motion. That's Maury. He'll keep it. Now Poon goes to the left side. Poon on the walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Northside. Here comes the heat. Throws it over the middle. Has a wide open man. Touchdown, Ezra Phillips. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bryant, Arkansas. We are inside Hornet Stadium, and tonight it's the Hornets and the Grizzlies. The Hornets coming in 2-0. The Grizzlies are 1-2. Had a bye week last week. The Bryant Hornets beat Parkview 20-10. Good football team. This is a game, Jeff, coming in after an off week. You got to heal up, get ready for guys like this.
That's right, and Northside, I feel like lost a little bit of their enthusiasm last week against Fayetteville. I think they need to get that back tonight against Bryant. I think they will. I think they're over that so-called hangover that they had the week before their week off. I think they need to get back to the basics of football. I think they need to get back to blocking and tackling better than they did 2 weeks ago against Fayetteville. They need to stay with their blocks till the whistle blows. They need to keep their eyes up and keep their eyes in the backfield, especially the 7 people up front. They need to take better pursuit angles on defense. They need to gang tackle more on defense. They need to get to the ball quicker on defense, and they need to gang tackle. They need to cover better in the secondary, and the main thing they need to do is not give up the big plays, whether it be a running play that's, say, 15 to plus yards or a pass play that's 20 to plus yards, and don't let a 5-yard pass or even a pass that's at the line of scrimmage turn into a 15, 20, 25, 30-yard play. Make a tackle, take good pursuit angles and wrap up and tackle a guy to the ground.
Well, on paper, you look at these guys. Bryant's been the team to beat for years now. They're well coached. They have a lot of talent. The thing that got my attention was looking at some of the stats coming into this game. These guys are going to play cover one. That's what they're used to, cover one defense. If that's the case and they're going to go man with our speed, that could pose a problem for them. I think, once they get a little dose of that, which and I know, they already know about our speed. They may go to a cover 3 and try to cover the deep thirds just to keep Maury and Ezra, Tay King from getting behind them. But as far as the stats go, Northside comes in, and this is thank you to Leland Barkley, 740 yards rushing and 740 yards passing for the Grizzlies in 3 games. They're averaging 246 yards a game. Defensively, they're giving up 183 yards passing and 371 yards. I'm sorry, that was rushing, 371 yards passing. Bryant, who has just played 2 games, they are averaging 184 yards a game. They're giving up 75, I believe. That was against Bryant. Who was that?
Benton
and Parkview. So they haven't been picking up the yards that you would think that a Bryant team would be. Now, I don't know a lot about Benton, but I know Parkview's a good ball team. But it looks to me like they haven't been as successful offensively as they have been in the past. Now, they have a sophomore quarterback that is more of a runner than he is a passer, but that remains to be seen tonight.
Well, now, we talked about this 2 weeks ago that I didn't hear this about freshmen when I was starting my coaching career, but I was always told that for every sophomore you have to start in high school, you can count on 1 loss. Benton is not a bad ball club, so they beat Benton 38-17. Parkview, like you said, held them to 20 points. And you're used to seeing in the last 4 years, you're used to seeing Bryant scoring in the 40s and 50s. And so for them just to be scoring 38, and they haven't hit a game yet where they've scored 40, but they've only played 2 games. And that's another thing that I was thinking about is, are they in good enough shape, game shape, to play 4 quarters against the Grizzlies? Because their starters have only played 8 quarters, where the Grizzlies have played 12 quarters. And
plus we had a week off last week. And sun has gone down now. We're facing west, and this is always a trip that you hope that's a little bit later in the year, so the sun will go down before the game starts. Because we are facing west, it's fixed glass here. We don't have any way of opening the glass, but it is right now behind the trees. It's cool in the press box, and we appreciate that. My broadcast partner, Jeff Ferris, who's going to keep us up to date here as we go, and we got another treat tonight with Mike Fleur, who's going to be on the sideline. And, Coach, what's the temperature down there?
Oh, Buzz, it feels wonderful. When we got here, it was hot, but like you said, the sun's gone down and things have really cooled off, got a little breeze, so beautiful night for football. Just listening to you guys talk. Northside, the Grizzlies need to come out fast. They need to stay with them early, regain some of that confidence they had in that Greenwood game, and if they'll do that, they can play with anybody.
Coach, we do have a picture up on the screen right now of you as our sideline report, and I hope I don't have to pay a big price for that, but it is a very nice-looking young man, I'll say that.
Many, many years ago. You're talking about Bryant. I talked to Coach James before, down here just shooting the bull with him, and we're not the same team. We've had a great quarterback for the last however many years that could really throw the football. We're starting a young guy that we think's going to be that, but he's just not hit it yet. So they're relying much more on the run than what they've done the last few years with the run and the pass. So that plays into our favor just a little bit.
Coach, let me give you a little bit of trivia. Thanks to Leland Barkley. Obviously, tonight, Bryant is the number 1 team in the state. The last time the number 1 team lost to an Arkansas team was in 2017 when Bryant lost to North Little Rock 25-14. The last time that Northside beat the number 1 team in the state, you'll remember this well, in 2014 we beat the number 3 Fayetteville 27-24, I believe that was the score.
Yep.
And then the next week we lost a heartbreaker to Bentonville 29-26. You remember that well, I'm sure.
I do. It was, the Fayetteville game was unbelievable. The Bentonville game was one you don't want to remember.
Well, it came down to the last stand, didn't it?
Yeah. We had some opportunities early. We dropped a couple of balls that would have been touchdowns that would have really given us a big lead. We didn't make the play when we needed to. And, at that point, that was our second year here. We were still learning how to win. And it's just one of those things you go through. And, the week before we played unbelievable against Fayetteville High School. I mean, they got guys, Dre Greenlaw played for the 49ers, Allen Boy, just a ton of them. C.J. O'Grady, really good players that all played for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, a lot of good competition. But here again tonight, it's the Grizzlies and the Hornets, and you'll see some good football tonight as the color guard will now take the field. We'll go Cold Mike for our national anthem.
Air Force flag, Major Sophia Neely, and the Air Force Guard, Master Sergeant Joseph Shook. And now for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please say along with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, we will observe a moment of silence. At this time, please remain standing for the national anthem performed by the Bryant High School Marching Band. for the retirement of the colors.
Well, guys, it's just about game time, and I want to say thank you to all the fans that made it here tonight. I hope you had a safe trip here, and I wish you a safe trip home after the game. And for those of you that have tuned in to the Grizzly Sports Network, we hope we bring you a quality broadcast and love to get a W here in Bryant. Also want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Golden Corral, who is our major sponsor, who also allows us to have our coaches show on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock there at the restaurant. Thank you to them. Clay Maxey, who is another major sponsor, who also allows us to drive one of their vehicles to the coaches show. We really have had a good time driving those vehicles. Blaylock Heat and Air and Plumbing Services, Burton Pools and Spas, Potts Accounting, Legacy Walk, which is Northside's. You'll be able to buy a brick. And you'll see some of those commercials later on the night, but you can buy a brick and it'd be placed in the Legacy Walk, and you could do it in your name. You can do it in a family member's name, coach's name, teacher's name, just a lot of different ways to go, but it is something that's very special, and we ask you to please inquire about the Legacy Walk. Also, KXNW Channel 34 will have this game live tomorrow night, and it will air. Dylan, at what time does that come on? Does it come on at 7? There we go. Comes on at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. It'll play in its entirety as our captains have come onto the field. Well, they have good-looking uniforms. They're going to be in white jerseys, black numbers outlined in red with red pants, and their red helmets. Coach Fleur, again, thank you to him. That's another treat we have tonight with him being on the sideline in a different capacity than he has been for quite a few years, but hopefully he can have a lot of action to bring us tonight. Also want to say thank you to Dylan Abbott, who's got us up and running as usual. He's our producer. Anna Beavers is on one camera. She's in the end zone. Hannah Kringle is upstairs along with Alicia O'Neill, the old pro. And it looks like we're going to go out for the coin toss. Brandon is on a wireless camera. So thank you to our camera crew. They always do such a great job bringing us those action shots.
Buzz, here we are out with the coin toss. We're going to put the mic up and see what we can hear right here.
It's been hot down here too. So, all right, guys, we're gonna flip a coin here. I've got President Eisenhower as the head, the eagle is the tail. Okay. All right. So it's your call. What do you have? What did he say? That's what I heard. Here we go. Hold that mic up. It is tails. Bryant, you have won the toss. All right. Bryant has won the toss. Take a photo.
I don't know if you heard that, Buzz, but Bryant won the toss and deferred.
We did.
So we'll be receiving the ball.
Good camera shot there. Thanks, guys, for getting that coin toss. There's a lot of times in the past we've struggled trying to figure out what the toss was, but thank you for that.
We're going to try to get a quick word with Coach Curry before we get started.
I think he is coming on the field, and Coach Fleur is in hot pursuit of Coach Curry. Let's see what he has to say. Coach?
Coach Curry. Got to get a quick word. We had a week off, had really 2 weeks to prepare. I know they're a good football team. Have you had good preparation?
We have. I think we found something in a base defense to fit us personnel-wise, and we're pretty excited to see what it looks like.
Well, we are too. Good luck, Coach.
All right, thanks, Coach. Yeah, I had talked a little bit to Coach Sully and also Coach Curry about that base defense that they're going to try tonight. I think they're going to put 6 guys in the box. Bryant, more of a running team. Everybody we've played so far this year has been more of a passing team with Greenwood, Fayetteville, Southside. And when you come play Bryant, they have the ability to do both, but so far this year with that sophomore quarterback, they've been better running the football.
Yeah, they have. And I'd like to see Amari Tay King.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him get off to a good start tonight. Man, they have been – it seems like teams have been loading the box to, okay, you're not beating us tonight. You're not getting a big play off on a run on us tonight. And I would really love to see him get a big run tonight and get his confidence. I think his confidence as far as rushing and running back, I think it's a little bit down. I don't think it's shot. I think it's a little bit down. I'd like to see him bust a big run and get his confidence back up.
Well, the Grizzlies will be working from right to left. They'll send Mari Smith, Cam Massey, and Tay King deep. Coach Fleur talks about this all the time. Why would you kick it to those guys?
Well, normally I'd agree, but Bryant probably is going to, the way they are, they're going to kick it to them because that's the kind of team they are. You were talking about defense earlier. They believe they can line up and play man-to-man, put 7 guys in the box and say, hey, if you can beat us, but you're going to have to beat us.
Well, I'd sure like to break one here just to break the ice.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, it is just about game time. 12 minutes on the board. It's 0-0 as Malachi Graham, who is senior defensive back, will tee it up. Just almost ready for game. Well, Graham gets the go-ahead. He approaches, and this game is underway, and the kick will go to Cam Massey. Cam will be at the 10, the 15, hit and wrapped up at the 19-yard line. Is brought down by Brendan Bennett. Brendan, a junior defensive back. So the Grizzlies will start at the 19-yard line, 1st and 10. And I believe that Tay King's going to start tonight, not in the slot, but in the backfield with Poom. Let's see if that is
correct,
what's going to happen.
He's back there at running back.
Okay, Coach. They'll start on the left hash. They're going to send Maury and Cam wide to the right side. I'm sorry. Cam's going to be into the boundary. Pitch to Tay, left side. Tay may get one. That was the short side of the field.
He may.
Nah, he didn't. No yards. 2nd down and 10. Now Ezra Phillips in the slot on the wide side, along with Maury, who is wide right.
There's your man coverage you were talking about, Buzz.
There it is, Cam into the boundary. Now Poom wants to throw. He'll be rushed out of the box, nowhere to go. Taken down the 14-yard line. That was Sebastian Altman on the tackle. Poom just didn't really have anywhere to go. Third down and 14 for the Bears. Poom now fakes it to Tay. He keeps it. Poom, a little bit of room. Cuts back to the center of the field. Gets to the 25, still on his feet. Up to the 29-yard line.
Really close over there.
That's going to be close.
That is going to be close.
Looked like he had it, and he stumbled a little bit right there at the end. That's a great play.
That is a first down.
Yeah.
Big conversion.
Big job. Nice job by Poom Savoy. Fallon Rackley in the ball game now. Split to the left side. Ball into the center of the field. Maury Smith will go in motion. Poom gets the snap, drops back, wants to throw, rushed out of the pocket. Poom to the 30, to the 33-yard line, knocked out hard. That was Malachi Graham. Coach Lear, you remember Malachi Graham? He's been around for a while.
It seemed like forever. Right there, you know what they do is that, they're playing that man, and you got to get open quick, come up with something quick, because they're going to get pressure with bringing 4 and sometimes 5.
2nd down and 6. Line of scrimmage, the 33-yard line. Poom again wants to throw. Throws out to the right side. Intended for Ezra Phillips, but off the fingertips of Jalen Brown, senior linebacker.
Buzz, you made a comment before the game. They look big, and they are big, and they are mobile.
They're not as big at the 2 tackle spots as they normally are, but their 2 ends are really tall and lean. And number 9, what I was told before the game, has scholarship offers by everybody, including the University of Georgia. He's got his pick.
That's T.J. Lindsey. All right, 3rd down and 6. Ball on the 33. Rackley wide left. Maury wide right. Poom throws it over the middle to Tay. Tay just needs to make a man miss, but he can't. That's going to bring up a 4th down. Play just never developed. So that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Not a bad first series, though, Buzz. We're having a week off and coming out against this defense, getting a first down, getting things established, getting a little bit of confidence.
Cesar Perez will come in and punt it away. Good snap. The kick is away, end over end. It's low. It's going to bounce for Northside, but it is picked up at the 35 Up back over the 40 to the 43-yard line. That was Drake Fowler on the return. Drake is a junior defensive back. Took a little bit of a chance there, Coach. You were right there on it.
Yeah, you know, low punt. I mean, probably wasn't higher than 10 yards. It did take a north side bounce, and he fielded it on the hop and got what he could get.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Bryant Hornets. 9:13 now left in the first quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 43. This is Walker. Walker's going to hand it off to Ganaway. Ganaway slashes his way over midfield to the 49.
I'll tell you one thing I can tell you right now, Buzz. They're as big as they always are on the offensive line. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable that those kids, they just keep coming year after year after year. 74 is a grown man.
Yeah, you're talking about 280, 265, 285, 295. 2nd down and 2. Gibbs going to the left side, back over midfield, still on his feet to the 40-yard line, to the 39-yard line. That was my Torian Singleton.
Little trickery right there. Got him in motion, got him coming back, pitched him the ball, trying to get flow away from it.
Singleton, who has been a really good receiver, made some big catches in the playoffs last year for Bryant. Picks up a 1st down for Bryant. Now Walker, the sophomore quarterback. He'll keep it. Yes, tackle there, but we'll take him down at the 31. Gain of 7.
That was Josh Nolan on the tackle, our defensive end. We've got to have some help from linebackers. When we're playing this 3-3 stack, they have got to be effective against the run.
2nd down and 3. Walker drops back. Has time to throw. Throws it over the middle. It's incomplete. Good coverage. That was Antoine Thomas, the true freshman.
That's what we want them to do. Throw the football. Let's, get them to throwing it, thinking that's what they need to do to win the game, and that plays right into us.
3rd down and 4. 7:53 left in the first. Walker sends Singleton in motion. Flags will fly. Look at procedure against Bryant. So make it a 3rd down and 9 here.
This is a big play. And I got a feeling if they don't make it, they will go for it on 4th down.
I think they're in 4-down territory here.
I think they're in 4-down territory most things.
I agree with that.
All right, 3rd and 9. Line of scrimmage, the 37-yard line of the Bears. Ganaway in the backfield with Walker. Walker rolls right, makes a man miss. Makes another man miss, stays on his feet over the 30 to the 29.
Jeff talked about it earlier. We had a chance right here with 44, Julius Thomas, to make the tackle with no gain, and we got to make those plays against these guys.
4th down and 1.
I don't know what they list the quarterback at, Buzz, but he's as big as most linemen.
Coach, he's the son of a linebacker that Coach Little coached. Hands off. That'll be enough for the 1st down to the 25-yard line. We talk a lot about Chris Ganaway, but James Martin, who just made the carry there, is just as good. All right, 1st and 10. Pass left side is complete. Down to the 10-yard line.
Before the game, Buck James was talking about both of those running backs being as good as any they've had, and we know how good they've had.
Every year you think that one's gone, but here comes another one.
That's right.
That reception was Jordan Knox, 1st and 10 from the 10. Pitch right side. That's Martin again. Martin cuts up. Stays on his feet. We'll get inside the 5, I believe. Let's see where they mark it. And they will. It'll be on the 3-yard line. To be on the 2-yard line. They can still get a 1st down. 2nd down and 2 from the 2. Now they give to Martin goes into the end zone for a touchdown. So Bryant strikes first. All right, Stephen Fuller will now come in to attempt the extra point for Bryant, trying to make this 7-0 with 6:14 left in the first. Jordan Knox will be your holder. It's a bad snap, but gets it down, and Fuller makes it 7-0. Let's take a break and come back with the kickoff right after this.
You're in business to do business, not paperwork. That's where the skills of Potts & Company certified public accountants can help you succeed. Trust the experienced professionals of Potts & Company for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and other business services. Using QuickBooks for your operations? They're QuickBooks experts. The Potts & Company team can help you establish, organize, and optimize your QuickBooks for utmost effectiveness. Visit pottscpa.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Hornet Stadium. 7-0 is the score. And Dylan informed me that the internet here lost power, so this game is recording, and if you miss some of it and you want to go back watch it, we'll have that up for you, but hopefully we're back on. Now as Malachi Graham approaches, this kick is on the way to Cam Massey again. Cam at the 4 to the 15, breaks to the right side, can't get to the 20, take him down about the 17.
We need to establish a little drive here, Buzz, and keep the ball away from him. Change field position.
Yeah, Coach, you don't want to go down 2 scores to Bryant or really anybody. Just makes your job so much tougher, and you don't want to get your head down. You don't want to lose confidence in yourself and what you can do.
That's exactly right. We need some good things to happen to get these guys feeling good again. They're a good football team, and they just got to understand that and play like that.
All right, Fallon Rackley will be split to the left side, trips to the right side. Tay King in the backfield. Pitch to Tay. Tay just needs to get a block. Cuts upfield, nothing there, and he's swarmed by blue jerseys. He'll lose a couple.
Got to do a better job on the perimeter block, and I don't know who was up top then, but their man came free immediately, which made Tay cut the ball back underneath.
Second down and 13. Massey in the slot to the wide side. Boom, drops back. Needs some time. He's going to have to get out of the pocket. Rolls left. Looks for a man to throw to. He throws it to Cam Massey, complete at the 31. Cam will bull his way to the 35. 1st and 10. Great job by Poom Savoy, who was just running for his life. Think about Poom. He's always looking for somebody downfield.
I'm not sure what the flag is, but it was thrown late. Great job of looking downfield, and it's a great job by Cam Massey going back to him to catch the football. This penalty is going to be against Bryant.
Hey, that's a great point, Coach. You see your quarterback get in trouble, go help him.
Yeah, he did, and this is a 15-yarder. I guess it might have been a face mask.
Well, the line of scrimmage now will be the 49.
We got to take advantage of this. This is big.
Big play there. We had lost 3 on the previous play. We're able to get a first down there and tack on 15 more here. Poom gets the snap, steps up. He is dragged down by Tyler Mosley. Loss of 1.
You know, Poom, he did it the play before. He's going to probably have to do it all night. So get away, make them chase him, and give those receivers a chance to run from those DBs and hit them as they come open.
All right, second down and 11. Poom again wants to throw. Feels the heat again, works his way out of it, makes another man miss over midfield to the 47-yard line. So he gets positive yards there. Third down and 6. Line of scrimmage, the 47-yard line of Bryant. All right, Tay still in the backfield with Poon. Trips to the left side. Mari split wide to the right. Mari in man coverage. He's going to throw it to Mari. Mari has to come. There's interference. Mari catches it. Great job by Mari as he catches the ball even after he was interfered with at the 10-yard line. You can see that. He had him beat. That's Jaden Lewis.
Yeah, and
the
ball was underthrown.
It was.
And he came back, and the DB didn't know it because he's running his tail off trying to catch him. And he interferes with him. Mari makes a great catch. Big play
time
for the Grizzlies.
First and goal from the 9. Good job again with your receivers helping out your quarterback. All right, Fallon Rackley split wide to the left side. Cam will be in the slot. Poon fakes it, keeps the ball. They get a couple there.
He gets it down to about the 7.
You know, you go back to that play with Mari, you got a guy that's playing press coverage, Jaden Lewis, and, you know, that's dangerous. He was beat to begin with, and like you said, the ball was underthrown. He had to come back and get it. But that was going to be a big play either way.
Yeah, the DB had no idea the ball was underthrown, so he was kind of beat both ways there.
Second and goal from the 7. Tay has the ball. Tay taken down at the 9. That's going to bring up a third down and goal.
Their containment defense is just too good, I think, for that play.
Especially going to the short side of the field.
Well, I go back over and over again. We got to do a great job. If we're going to run the ball out there,
Yeah.
we got to have great perimeter blocking, and we're not doing it.
All right, now Tay King will be in the slot. Bryant Hasley is in the ball game as a running back. Ball on the right hash, third and goal. Poon wants to throw, throws it over the middle, incomplete. Let's see a flag, nothing there. It looked like he might have been interfered with. That was Tay King across the middle, but no flag. That'll bring the field goal team out.
Wanting a flag down here, we didn't get it. The guy I thought was close to doing it, but just didn't pull it out.
He wanted to. Saul Rodriguez will attempt the field goal.
This is huge. We need to get some points. That's what we needed, exactly that kind of drive.
This will be a 25-yard field goal attempt. Josh Hardwick will hold. Flag on the play.
Somebody moved on our right side is what Bryant's saying. They blew the whistle, so I guess they called it.
If that's the case, it'll be a 30-yard attempt. They'll back him up 5. So Hardwick will place the ball at the 20-yard line. All right, here we go. Need to get some points on the board here. 2:21 left in the first. As Rodriguez will attempt a 30-yarder. Kick is up, and it is. Did he miss it right?
No, that was good.
Okay, all right. We didn't see a referee.
Well, he put it up. It's kind of dark down here.
It is very dark down there. All right, Saul Rodriguez puts us on the board 7-3. Let's take a break and come back with the Grizzly kickoff after this.
And I'm on a roll.
Hey, Chief, which weighs more, meatloaf or steak?
Steak.
Ham or turkey?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese or cookies?
Mac and cheese easily. Let's go weigh him and find out.
Okay. Pound of carrot cake or a pound of ice cream?
Nice try, rookie.
I almost had you.
Not even close.
All right, welcome back to Hornet Stadium. 2:16 left in the first. We apologize for the spotty connection we have here. We understand that Brian is having the same problem And here's the kick. Go back to the 3-yard line. 10, 15, 20. Across the 25, across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
It's a big series for our defense. We need to come up with the stop, put a little pressure on O'Brien right here.
That was James Martin on the return. Talking to Coach Solly, coach's show, and he was talking about the underdog situation that he was in as a senior and came to Bryant and played, and they were big-time favorites, but 6 interceptions later and a shutout, they went on to the semifinals, so you never know. Flag is thrown. Illegal procedure against Bryant, so it'll be a 1st and 15. Line of scrimmage to be the 27 now. So a 31-yard field goal by Saul Rodriguez gets us on the board. All right, 1st and 15. Stack set to the right side. That's the wide side of the field. Fakes it, throws it over the middle, complete. The ball was on the ground. There's a fight for it.
I didn't hear
they're
a
going
whistle.
They're going to call him down.
But you didn't hear a whistle till after the fumble.
No, but every one of them are pointing to the ground. I couldn't, to be honest with you, I didn't see it.
2nd down and 5 after a pickup of 10. Missed opportunity there. Singleton goes in motion. Handoff right side. That's Ganaway. Ganaway will pick up a 1st down. Line of scrimmage will be the 43-yard line. Boy, Ganaway is very, very shifty.
Very quick, and a very strong runner on top of that. That was Larry Arnaud that came up and made the tackle.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 43. Minute 22 left in the 1st quarter. Walker wants to throw. It's complete. That's to Ganaway. Ganaway will have a 1st down. So he'll go across midfield and be run out of bounds at the 44-yard line of the Grizzlies.
That's just a little out route right there, and speed overcame our outside linebacker.
Walker fakes to Ganaway. Now he'll roll left, throws it. Let's see what they call. They'll say he made the catch. It was a diving catch. That was Donald Miller. He's a senior, 6'2", and used all of that 6'2" to get that reception.
Yeah, I could see that was a good catch.
1st and 10. Walker doing a good job of throwing the ball. We really didn't expect that coming in. Thought they'd do more running, but I think they know that we've been thrown on for 3 games, so trying to do the same thing. This time they'll hand off to Ganaway. Ganaway works his way to the outside. Can't get around the edge, is run out of bounds, but
Again,
it will be enough for another 1st down.
We had our linebacker right there, and he's just reaching for him instead of going through and running and making the tackle.
Josh Nolan came too far upfield on that. He had a good shot at him, but too far upfield.
These guys are too fast to reach for him.
Yes.
1st and 10 from the 31. Ganaway in the backfield, trips to the right side. And he'll throw it to the right side. That's Singleton. More missed tackles. Singleton across the 30 to the 28. Torian Singleton has been kind of quiet in the first 2 games for the Bryant Hornets, but not tonight.
You know, they look like they just picked up with where they left off year after year with that offensive line. Just so.
2nd down and 7. Gives it to Ganaway. Ganaway hit at the line of scrimmage.
Good job by Mingo there at nose guard.
DeMontra Mingo, senior.
He had both A gaps covered on that.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Guys, let's take a break, and we'll come back right after this.
Dirt. It's where we came from, where we play, and where we work. It's under our fingernails, sometimes in our teeth, and always in our blood. Dirt. Let's go get some on us.
Stop by Auto Finders in Roland for a product demonstration.
Get ready to relax this fall with Hot Springs Truckload of Savings event at Burton. From now through October 3rd, save up to $4,900 off select model hot tubs from Hot Spring. Soak up the savings with easy financing and payments as low as $80 a month. Only at Burton Pools and Spas.
Seven to 3 is the score. Jeff asked me, would I have taken this before the game? 7 to 3, 10 to 1. Yes, I would.
Yes, sir. That was a fast first quarter.
Yes, it was. A lot of runs will do that.
All right, 3rd and 6 from the 27. Walker, the sophomore quarterback, will keep it. Goes right side. Hit at the 20, still on his feet. Goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that was a pretty impressive fake.
1st and 10 for Bryant.
Some type of zone read. I couldn't see it from here.
1st and 10 from the 14. Martin in the backfield with Walker. Fakes it to Martin, throws it over the middle, complete. That's a touchdown. Jordan Knox.
That was your typical RPO. Put it in the back's belly, look at his read. He sees that wide open slant, hits it. We had nobody out of the secondary to come up and make the play.
Stephen Fuller on for the extra point. Just into the second quarter. Again, we apologize for our feed. Kicks up and good. 14 to 3. We'll be right back.
Since 1977, Jerry Neal's Barbecue has been providing mouth-watering barbecue in a family-friendly environment. 45 years later, the great tradition continues with the new additions of fried catfish and jumbo shrimp that are cooked fresh every time. Satisfy your cravings when your catfish arrives at your table hot and crispy. Jerry Neal's Barbecue is proud to be a part of Fort Smith's history. Hope to see you soon at Jerry Neal's Barbecue and Catfish.
Bryant scores just into the second quarter to make it 14 to 3. Little slant route to Jordan Knox. Jordan, who's seemed like he's been around forever too.
See if we can't get another 4-minute drive like we had on the last possession, except put it in the end zone this time.
14 to 3.
I think I'd rather it be about 8 minutes and put it in the end zone.
Yeah, that'd be a lot better. Exactly.
Maury Smith deep. Cam Massey, Tay King will be on each side of him. Malachi Graham has it teed up for Bryant. This one will go to Cam Massey again. Cam at the 10, the 15. It's been an instant replay. 3 identical kickoff returns.
Not a very good job of blocking up front.
So we'll have the ball on the 18. No, it'll be the 17-yard line.
Be interesting to see if they play up on Maury like they've been doing, or if they back off a little bit. Nope.
They're just right on him. Well, you got Tay King in the slot. Now Poon with the snap looks to the right side. Has to go out of the pocket. Reverses, goes back to the right side. Oh, my goodness. And he fumbled it, but he was already down, but that'll be at the 1 yard line.
And that was a vicious hit.
Yeah, that was. Elijah Hill, they have him listed as a sophomore. I can't tell from the field, but from up here, he looks huge.
Which number?
98.
Yeah, he's about 6'4" or 5, probably 240. Number 9 is 6'5" or 6, probably 265. Good-looking young men.
All right, second down. Second from the 1 yard line. Second down and 27 yards.
You know, Bobby Bowden used to say somebody's going to score from the 1. I don't know that I wouldn't just run Maury off and throw the ball up
Yeah,
deep.
just throw it hard as you can. You got Ethan Primus. He's a senior DB, face-to-face with Maury. Maury could, you think, just could blow right by him, and there he goes. But they're going to throw it to the left side, in and out of the hands of Tay King. Had him open. Probably a catchable ball there.
Oh, very
That would have
catchable.
been-
He's got to make that catch.
He would run for days then. So third down and 27 from the 1.
Coach Fleur, did you have a 3rd and 27 from the 1 yard line?
I'd throw it up to Maury Smith.
There you go.
Maury split
Or-
wide to the right side. Primus again right on him.
They're going to play the 2 safeties a little deeper to maybe try to help, but I'd have to take my chances.
Whom bobbles the snap. He's going to have to get out of there the best way he can. He'll get back past the goal line, but they'll mark it, I think, at the 2 yard line, but that'll be a 4th down.
Snap was a little bit high and a little hard, so I think it kind of took him by surprise. It's a great job of recovering and getting the ball out of the end zone.
So Perez will see what it feels like to have your heels on the out-of-bounds line.
Well, we've been there.
Yeah, with one guy deep. That is Drake Fowler, and he'll set up at his own 35-yard line. So normally you get 14 yards. He's only going to get 12. Flag is down before the snap.
Offsides on Bryant.
Preliminary indication of offsides on Bryant.
Now, C.J. Dickerson that was hobbling, he goes out. Ulmer comes in. So Perez will get a little bit of, not much comfort, but he'll get a little bit more. It's a good snap. He gets this one away, and it will be taken at the 35-yard line, and Fowler will go hard to the right side next to the 10. Knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line, but Fowler had his mind made up that he was going to the end zone as soon as he caught the punt and had a lane.
Yeah, that's was not a great punt low. Gave him a chance to field the ball quick before your coverage could get out of protection. And he got the corner, and they did a good job of blocking.
First and goal from the 2. 14-3 is our score. Not sure how our stream is coming across, so I'll next commercial I'll check. Oh, we're live again thanks to Alicia's T-Mobile hotspot. Alicia O'Neill, who is our camera girl, is Bryant's Martin will score easily. You know, one thing I'll say about Bryant, they play hard. I mean, every play, when they get their hands on the football, they go hard.
Yeah, you don't win 4 state championships in a row and not lose to a team in your state for several years and not play the way they play. They've got good players.
Yeah, they have
but
good players.
They do play hard.
But I'm talking about when they touch the football, they go hard, extra points up and good.
Yes, sir, I agree with you.
21-3. And you can see it with Fowler on the punt return. I mean, he had his mind made up. He wanted to get in the end zone. And then Martin there, as soon as he got the touch, he made his mind up. He wanted to get in the end zone.
Okay, we need to answer right here with the drive. Not necessarily got to score, but we've got to keep the football just for a little bit. It'd be nice to put a score on the board.
Yeah, we've had internet problems from the start tonight. I think pregame was good, and then once some other things fired up, started interfering with our feed. But thank you to Alicia O'Neill to give us her T-Mobile hotspot. We're back up now. Keep us posted.
And I think what else about Bryant is they've got players behind these players that push them in practice every day and keep them honest, because they've probably got, they've got sophomores.
Well, that one goes to Maury Smith. Maury tripped up at the 20, gets to the 21-yard line. All right, 21-3. 9 minutes and 47 seconds left in the half. Coach, how was your trip down?
It was good. We rode down with the equipment truck, and heck, I even unloaded equipment. So
I saw you out there.
I thought I was past those days.
I saw you out there working. First and 10 from the 21-yard line. Hasley in the backfield. Takes it to Hasley. Poon keeps, goes right side across the 25 to the 27.
The officials missed one there. We were moving, weren't ready to play. The freshman was fixing his helmet and his gloves, and we snapped the ball, but they didn't get it. So good game for us.
2nd and 4.
And here you go. Here's what Jeff was talking about. Bryant's got 2 new guys in at defensive ends, 40 and 96, that hadn't been in the game.
Poon looks to the left side, throws it over the head of Ezra Phillips. Incomplete. 3rd and 4 now.
When you can rotate those guys up front, it's just like the college game. You hear it all the time about rolling those defensive linemen. Keeps you fresh, and that's what they've done.
Well, I'm getting a lot of text, people that are watching the feed, and it's been pretty choppy. It's back up. It's still a little bit choppy, but we do appreciate you staying with us. 3rd and 4. Poon throws, looks for Maury. That's interference right there as he catches it out of bounds. No flag there, and he was pushed and shoved all the way out of bounds. Am I the only one in the stadium that saw that?
No, sir, you're not.
That's unbelievable to me. That brings up 4th down. Golly. He was holding on to him the entire route.
Little jersey stretch.
Perez from his own 13-yard line. Fowler will set up at the 40. Good snap. Kick is away to lazy spiral. That'll take a big bounce for Northside, but Fowler picks it up. Back to the 49-yard line. He is fearless. Golly.
Yeah, he doesn't hesitate to get that ball and bring it right back up the field.
Coach, who does that remind you of a few years back? One of your kick returners.
Yes, sir. Little redheaded guy.
He could go, couldn't he?
Yes, sir.
Bryant sent in 4 new defensive linemen, and what was the result? 3 and out.
A lot of depth there.
Yes, sir. A lot of quality depth, too.
Good field position again for Bryant, 49-yard line. Walker will give it to Singleton on a jet sweep. Singleton cuts up the field. It's across the 45 to the 43.
Kai Perkins made that tackle.
Their offensive linemen are getting off the ball so well and getting to the second level, it's hard for our linebackers to make a play.
2nd down and 2. Pickup of 8 by Singleton. Walker gives it to Ganaway. Ganaway may get a first down. Let's see where they spot it.
That was Mingo again. Great job by Mingo in there at nose guard. He's probably giving away 8 inches and 50 pounds.
It's going to be close to a first down. They'll They're going to want to measure it. He's going to eyeball it.
Oh, they're bringing in the sticks.
Jeff, what do you see? You think it's a first down?
Yeah, it's a first down. Nope, I was wrong again.
A little bit short.
No wonder people ask me all the time, don't you ever get tired of being wrong? No, sir, I don't.
Made a habit of it.
Yep.
.802 left in the first half. It was 7-3 at one point, right at the end of the first quarter. And then a damn bust. 3rd and 1. Gives to Ganaway. Ganaway has to get to the right side. Flags on the ground. And Ganaway's not assured of a first down there if the penalty's not against them.
That's holding against Bryant.
That's where the flag was thrown, so that'll move them back 15.
Somebody did a great job on the edge over there of stuffing that, making him bounce.
I believe that's looked like anyway, number 94, Josh Nolan.
Yeah.
This could be a really big play for us. We need to stop right here. Make them punt.
3rd down and 13. Ganaway in the backfield with Walker. Ball in the center of the field. He will throw it. Has time, throws it over the middle. It is complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and I don't know how many times, again, that's Singleton, I don't know how many times this year on 3rd and long, and I think it's been converted almost every time right on the button. It's 3rd and 13, they get 14. A good throw and a good catch there.
That's another Brooks Andrews State Farm Insurance.
1st and 10 from the 39. Hands it to Ganaway. Ganaway is taken down by, is that Perkins?
Great job by Kai Perkins.
Yes.
Good job by Nolan, sustaining his edge, running him outside, making it bounce. And here comes Kai from his safety spot.
Still gets 4. 2nd down and 6. Well, I apologize for my voice tonight. I've been fighting allergies for the last 3 days. Glad to be here, but I sure would like to see something good happen. 2nd down and 6 with 6:35 left in this first half. The give is to Ganaway again. Ganaway is hammered.
Yes.
That's Sebastian Garcia.
Garcia with a big hit.
That's what we need, those linebackers coming up. When they bounce that ball, those defensive linemen do a good job of making them bounce. We have got to attack downhill and hit them. There's nobody there to block him. He just did it. Great job.
3rd and 4. All right, ball on the right hash, trips to the left side. Send a man in motion. Now he'll drop back to throw it over the middle. It is almost picked off. Great job by the freshman.
Yep, and if had a little more confidence, he would have picked that off.
Antoine Thomas.
He just wanted to make sure he didn't catch it, but he was in position to not only pick that off, but take it to the house.
Big future for Antoine, just a freshman. 4th and 4 now. And his coach talked about earlier, they're in 4-down territory pretty much from everywhere. Empty backfield. Walker drops back, looks, throws it. Ball is caught for a touchdown.
Holy cow, went through one receiver's hands and bounced into the other.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was going to be deflected. A good concentration, make the catch for the touchdown.
Yeah, that's not the way it was drawn up, but
No.
it doesn't matter. They made the play.
Fuller on kick an extra point. This will be his 4th attempt tonight. Still 5:33 left in the half. The kick is not connected on very well, but it's good. 28-3. We'll be back.
Since 1977, Jerry Neal's Barbecue has been providing mouth-watering barbecue in a family-friendly environment. 45 years later, the great tradition continues with the new additions of fried catfish and jumbo shrimp that are cooked fresh every time. Satisfy your cravings when your catfish arrives at your table hot and crispy. Jerry Neal's Barbecue is proud to be a part of Fort Smith's history. Hope to see you soon at Jerry Neal's Barbecue and Catfish.
Welcome back, 28-3. Everything is going Bryant's way. They had a big 3rd down conversion. They had 3rd and 13, got 14. Previous play of that drive, and then had a 4th down and 4 there. And had an empty backfield and had plenty of time to throw it, but ball went through, like Coach Fleur said, one receiver's hands into the other one. But it looked like we had a shot at it too.
Yeah, we had a guy there. I don't know how he caught it, but, you know, he did. When it's going your way, it's going your way.
Graham to kick it off for the Hornets. He'll kick this one to the right side. That's going to be Tay King. So they've experimented with all the deep backs. Tay with the best return of the night over the 30.
He did
34.
that, 99% of that by himself.
Yeah. So Malachi Graham has kicked it to everybody deep one time tonight. First and 10 for the Bears. The line of scrimmage is the 40. Great return, the 33-yard line. Great return by Tay. Now Tay will go back to the backfield. Maury will split to the wide side.
He ran about 60 yards from one sideline to the other and upfield.
So Jaden Lewis has the pleasure or the task of, now Poon gets loose. Poon still on his feet. Turns his legs over the 45 to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
Little read zone right there. That's a great job by Poon, reading it, pulling it. Nobody there for him. Big gain, big gain.
So Jaden Lewis has the task of facing up to Maury Smith. Poon really with nowhere to go then. May get back to the line of scrimmage. Pickup of 1. 2nd down. 9 yards to go. Fallon Rackley will check in. Marius King comes out. Rackley goes wide to the left side of the field. Trips to that side. Maury to the right side by himself. Boom. Steps up into the pocket. Bounces to the right side. Gets hit. Knocked down at the 50-yard line.
I believe we're going to have holding down here on the defensive back for Bryant on Maury Smith.
Yeah, and that's not the first time that's happened tonight.
No, and let me tell you the other thing Bryant's done. 12 was on the other side of the field, and they have taken him and put him over Maury. Now here comes 19, and 12's going off
Ethan
after that play.
Yeah, 12's been guilty of that a couple of times. So is there no call?
No, I mean, they've got them for holding. Unless they've changed their mind, but they're fixing to mark. No, they're marking it off.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's not the first time that he's held, but now Primus is going to line up against Maury.
Maury did a great job of running his route, leaning into him, and when he tried to break away, the guy grabbed him, and Poon wasn't even throwing the ball to Maury. So that's a great route by Maury Smith.
All right, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 41 of the Hornets. Tay gets the call, goes up the middle, picks up a couple.
You know, Buzz, that didn't gain a lot, but I'm telling you, that's something we've got to do. We've got to make them respect the run. We cannot just drop back and throw the ball every play. They're teeing off.
2nd down and 8. Bryant Hasley is the running back. Now Poon has time to throw, throws over the middle. Picked off. That's Promise with the pickoff. It was deflected at the 20. Knocked down at the 24-yard line. I think that was Ezra that was the intended receiver.
I think we waited to throw the ball too long. Yeah. He was open earlier, let those guys recover, and went off his hands and, you know, or DB's hands to another one.
I believe that's the first interception of the year, if I'm not mistaken, that Poon Savoy has. So Bryant with the 1st and 10 from the 24, 3:23 left. James Martin, junior running back in the backfield with the sophomore quarterback who's gone all night long. That's Jordan Walker, built like a linebacker. Give is to Martin. Martin dances around in the backfield. Now he breaks free. And Josh Hardwick there make the tackle, but not after he makes the 1st down.
And that was a good tackle, good open field tackle. Sure was.
He did a good job breaking down to make the tackle. He and Chris Ganaway run a lot alike, real shifty. 1st and 10 from the 35. Pass right side is complete.
Another good tackle by Kai Perkins right there. They're in their hurry-up offense. We got to make them earn everything they get. Don't give them a big play.
2nd down and 1. Walker keeps it. Walker will pick up the 1st down. Garcia there to make the stop, but I believe he's going to have, he'll have a 1st down.
That's okay. The clock will start running. We got to make sure nothing big.
2:32 left in the half. Bears down 28-3 after a 35 or a 30-yard field goal. I'm sorry, 31-yard field goal. Our only points of the night. Martin goes in motion. Walker pumps, runs down. Across midfield, breaks a tackle. Across the 40 to the 39, 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bryant. Still 2:07 left. Rycross split wide to the left side. Ganaway back in the game, and he gets the call. Ganaway, hard runner across the 30 to the 25, down to the 24-yard line.
Another 1st down. I don't know what's happening up top. I can't see it, but we're not getting any support out of the secondary or by the outside linebacker, and they may be blocking them.
They are. They're getting to the outside linebackers. They're
trips left side, and he'll throw a little tunnel screen. It's complete. Across the 20 to the 18.
Coach,
that was Rycraw on the reception.
Their offensive line's getting off the ball really well to our linebackers, getting to the 2nd level really quick.
2nd and 4, minute 30 left. Bears are going to want a timeout. We'll just stay with it. Guys, if we can get out of here with no score, make it 28-3 going at halftime and try to make some changes, and we've got to kick it off to them in the second half.
Well, I think
it's
I'm sorry.
Bad situation right now.
Well, I think we all know that Bryant doesn't like to kick field goals, and you've been talking about what they like to do in the first 4 or 5 minutes, but it's taken them a whole half to do that tonight to get you down quick and get you down bad and take the will out of you. And if they score 7 here, that's going to be tough to come back on them that many points down on this field.
There's so many times tonight we're there and they're just a step or two faster, and we miss the tackles because of speed, and it's really hurting us.
Second down and 4 from the 18. Chris Ganaway, the running back. Ball on the left hash. Walker fakes to Ganaway. Throws complete to the 15-yard line. That's Rockwell on the reception. Now they'll say he short-hopped it, incomplete. 3rd and 4. Say one thing, Walker's had a lot of time to throw it. Ganaway gets the call again. Thomas is there.
Great job.
Garcia's there.
Going to make a decision right here. Field goal to go for. It looks like they're bringing the field goal guys on.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well,
no, now they've changed it back. They're going to snap it directly to 23.
That's Martin. He'll be in the Wildcat. 4th down and 4. They'll send a man in motion. Now there'll be a timeout. Northside will take it. So, yeah, that was going to be Martin in the Wildcat.
Wouldn't surprise me. Your mind right here is thinking they're going to snap it to him. They got everything overloaded. Run it. If he wasn't going to do some type of run it, jump pass.
Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because everybody's got the same mindset. If Martin's going to get the ball, he's going to run with it.
Yeah, and he may very well, but you better be prepared for that too.
Yeah.
Just like last week in the Arkansas game, 4th and 1, everybody's playing to run, and what happened? Bobby Petrino pulled that thing and touchdown. I just heard Coach Solly say, be ready for him to throw it out of this.
Well, now they're going to change it up a little bit as Walker will come back in as quarterback. Martin will be to his right, though. Ball to left hash. Twins to the right side. Now they'll send a man in motion. That's Singleton. Walker will roll right. He throws it, and it is caught. He's knocked out of bounds before they'll say he scored.
What a catch. An unbelievable hit by R.J. Lester and the freshman. First of all, the young man made a great catch. The ball was low.
Singleton, like I said earlier, has been quiet for the first 2 games for Bryant. He's having a huge night tonight, not just catching the football, but on jet sweeps. He's a special young man. Fuller now coming to attempt his 5th extra point of the night. Kick is up and good. 35-3 is the score. It's 34 seconds left before half. We'll take a break and come back with a kickoff. And then at halftime, we may have some stats. Probably not what you want to hear, but Jeff will bring us up to date. We'll be right back.
Since 1933, Edwards Funeral Home has been serving the families of Fort Smith and the surrounding communities with celebration of life services. Losing a loved one is a difficult and often emotional experience, which is why Edwards Funeral Home is here for you every step of the way. Achieve future peace of mind for you and your family when you pre-arrange your services. We all plan for things that might happen, so why not plan for something that is unavoidable? Edwards Funeral Home, giving you dignity with peace of mind.
35-3 is, we'll have a different kicker. Fuller will tee it up. He's the guy that's been kicking all the extra points. Malachi Graham has been kicking off for Bryant, but now it will be Fuller. Our usual guys will be deep, but this will be punched low. I think that is Ezra Phillips who makes the catch at the 28-yard line. So the Bears will have 33 seconds.
Smart decision by Ezra. Field the ball.
Yeah.
Just don't try. We don't need anything bad to happen here in the last half a minute.
Coach, do you put it up here or do you just get in the dressing room?
Well, I'm different. I'm going to the dressing room and trying to regroup, but other people have other philosophies, and with Maury Smith and Tay King,
it
can happen in one play.
Sure could. Well, again, Ethan Primus will pick up Maury Smith. Fuller will be a safety behind him. Fuller, who has had a good night tonight, returning kicks and defensively. Now the pass is to Maury Smith. Maury with a little wide receiver screen. Jumps over man, is taken out of bounds. There's a flag. That was Jalen Brown. He's a senior linebacker who just ran Maury out of bounds. And once he got him out of bounds, threw him down. So the flag came in after that. So add another 15 to this. 25 seconds left. And I think you definitely have to take a shot here.
You definitely try to get something here. That was Maury Smith making a great individual effort on that catch. He hurdled a guy, made another guy miss, and got after it.
Yeah, Brown goes out and Shelton Murdoch comes in. Murdoch, who is a junior. And we'll mark this off. New line of scrimmage will be the 49-yard line of Bryant. So Maury into the boundary. Rackley split wide to the left side. Ezra Phillips is in the slot. Along with Cam Massey on the wide side. King in the backfield. Fakes it to King, rolls left. Now he's going to pass it to Massey. Massey, quick pickup, but he is hammered hard on the Bryant side of the field.
There's some physical licks going on here on both sides of the ball.
I guarantee you. Falcon was there. He wanted to make sure he's okay.
Cam, I tell you what, he's a tough young man. He jumped right up and is right ready to go on the next play.
16 seconds left. Ball at the 40 now. 2nd down and 1. Good job by Cam to pick up 9 yards there. I think we still have 1 timeout left if I'm correct. Now Poom out of the gun. Maury runs down the right side. Poom will get out of the pocket. Poom at the 40, 10 seconds left. Poom will be taken down at the 37-yard line. 5 seconds left. And the Bears should take a timeout here.
I think it broke a little late.
Yeah.
But Maury Smith came open over the top, but, Poon had gotten pressure and taken off. So, I mean, it's just.
A little bit of confusion there. Now, Bryant wants to get off the field, but there was a timeout.
Yeah, there was a timeout. They missed it. Should be about 5 seconds on the clock.
You're right, Coach. They're showing 0 on the clock, but I think you're exactly right. There should be 5 seconds left.
Well, when you're at home, that clock guy, sometimes he's a little slow-fingered, fast-fingered.
Yeah, and I hated it on the road but love it at home.
Yeah.
"38 yards away. A lot of talent on that Grizzly offense. Poom has done good tonight with what he's had to work with. Boy, it's a physical defensive linebacker crew from Bryant. Now they'll go into a prevent defense here.
Yeah, I would think they would be back with their backs on the goal line.
Yeah. Hasley in the backfield with Poe. That's Ezra split wide to the left side. Poe is going to try to buy time and can't. That'll end the half as he's taken down at the 45-yard line of Bryant.
They were bringing everybody then.
It is 35-3. Coach, do you want to try to get?
No.
All right, you're just going to let him go to the locker room?
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll take a break, too. We'll come back with some Jeff Ferris stats after this.
For the consumer, I think it's maybe one of the best times in history. At least in my experience, it's the best time that I've seen. The pre-owned business is definitely changing. Probably the best time as far as ease that we've seen in the car business. Transaction between the salesman and the customer is so much easier. The coolest thing about our pre-owned stores to me is hearing what they say about going there. Come see us at Clay Maxey Premium Pre-Owned in Fort Smith and in Tawnytown.
The Crawford County Adult Education Center and the Fort Smith Adult Education Center have teamed up to help you reach all of your educational goals. Get started today with our free classes including Arkansas High School Diploma Equivalency, English Language Learning, and Workforce Preparation classes. Train to be a CNA, a personal care assistant, a welder, and more. College courses are also available. New classes are forming now in Van Buren, Fort Smith, and Waldron. Visit us online or call the numbers on your screen. Do it for you. Education lasts a lifetime.
Did you spend time at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987? Were you diagnosed with cancer or any of these serious conditions? You may be entitled to significant compensation. Personnel and their families have suffered serious illnesses after being exposed to toxic drinking water while on base. If you lived, worked, or served at Camp Lejeune and were diagnosed with cancer or another serious condition,
let us help you weather the storm. Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
Get ready to relax this fall with Hot Springs Truckload of Savings event at Burton. From now through October 3rd, save up to $4,900 off select model hot tubs from Hot Spring. Soak up the savings with easy financing and payments as low as $80 a month. Only at Burton Pools and Spas.
Hey, Chief, which weighs more, meatloaf or steak?
Steak.
Ham or turkey?
Ham.
Mac and cheese or cookies?
Mac and cheese easily. Let's go weigh him and find out.
Okay. Pound of carrot cake or a pound of ice cream?
Nice try, rookie.
I almost had you.
Not even close.
Dirt. It's where we came from, where we play, and where we work. It's under our fingernails, sometimes in our teeth, and always in our blood. Dirt. Let's go get some on us.
Stop by Auto Finders in Roland for a product demonstration.
It's halftime, 35-3. Bryant Band is on the field, and Jeff Ferris has been doing all his gazentas. In the press box, trying to get all these stats together. And Jeff, what have you got?
Well, you may want to get Jethro Bodine up here to get some of them gazentas in, and if you can get Ellie Mae, that'd be even better.
Ellie Mae.
Well, I've only got some total team stats on offense. And surprisingly to me, Northside's not that far behind on total yards, but
it's field position.
It's field position, and one of the drives that Brian had was only for 2 yards, but it was a touchdown. So But anyway, I've got Northside having 35 plays in the first half for 210 total yards. I haven't got it broken down yet into pass and rush, but total offensive leader again was Poom Savoy with passing and rushing. I don't think he got over 100 yards. He's closer to 80. But total total yards for Bryant in the first half was 274, but of course, more important than that everybody can see was every possession they had in the first half resulted in points
Yep.
and more important, it resulted in touchdowns. And what was the score at the end of the first quarter? 7-3.
Yeah, and then they scored. 30 seconds into the second quarter.
And then the dam just busted, and it just seemed like Northside just couldn't get their footing, and they just looked like they were a hog on ice on defense. And it seems like, to me, it seemed like the harder they tried, the worse it got, especially on defense.
Yeah, 28 points in the second quarter.
Man, I didn't see that coming.
But the thing about it is, we had some opportunities in third and long, and then a fourth down conversion for a touchdown. It looked like that ball was deflected. The receiver did a good job just to watch it all the way to his hands. But, whatever's gone, it was going to go somebody's way. So far, it's been Bryant. Now, we have had some good calls as far as holding calls, and it got us in position to do some stuff. We got to take advantage of that in the second half. And, like we always talk about, whether it's you're behind or ahead, you have to make adjustments at halftime. And what are the coaches saying? I mean, now, Coach Fleur, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach, when you guys go in at halftime, do you, as a head coach, do you let the position coaches get their guys and do what they have to do, and then you come in and have a final say? How does that work?
Well, they're going to go in, and the defensive guys are going to get together, and the offensive guys, what are they hurting us with defensively? What do we need to do to stop it? Or is it that we're doing what we need as far as being what we need to be, but we just got to do a better job at tackling and getting to the ball? So they'll make those decisions, and they'll get with their guys and talk. Offensively, they'll do the same thing, get together, and then Coach Curry at the end will talk about, whatever he's seen and what they need to do as far as going forward.
All right, so your assessment of the first half.
Well, I mean, let's cut to the chase. Bryant is a good football team. And when they get on a roll and they get on you, it can overwhelm you. And, defensively, you don't see people that line up in man-to-man and come after you with 6 and 7 guys very often. And it is hard. If you cannot run the football to slow that down, you're in trouble, because their ears are pinned back and they are coming like they're shot out of a cannon. And so far, we've not been able to run the football, with the exception of Poom on the zone read. And so they may make some changes there to try to shore that up, to get him going a little bit, to slow him down. But if you can't do that, then you're playing right into what they love to do. And then defensively, I bet you we're giving away 60 or 70 pounds a man on the line of scrimmage. And they just, again, those two backs, they come at you with everything they've got. So we've just got to do it. We've had some great licks. I've seen us hit tonight like I hadn't seen us all year. So we just got to keep fighting. You're going to kind of test your will right now. The 35-3. You got to come out second half and
definitely
and
have to get a stop right off the bat. You can't let them have another one. You get another one, we're in the mercy rule, so you've got to get a stop that first possession. And it is pretty impressive to watch Bryant come out, whether it's an offensive running back or a receiver, or even a defensive lineman or a linebacker, how aggressive they are and how hard they go to reach whatever their goal is. If it's trying to get a first down or stop a first down, they're very aggressive. And like you said, we've had a couple of times with Sebastian Garcia and Mingo with some big hits, and Julius Thomas with some big hits. And then you've seen Savoy, do what he does best, really, is get out of trouble. But even then, there's been times that he just couldn't escape it.
No, I mean, they've got great athletes, and when they're coming from everywhere, which is what they're doing, it's hard to consistently get away from that.
Coach, it looks to me like that in the first half that Northside's offensive line was doing a good job of forming a pocket. But when Poon stepped up into that pocket, which is what he's taught to do, that pocket just collapsed so fast, there wasn't nothing he could do. Those guys are so athletic that they get off those blocks. When the offensive line has set that pocket, they get off those blocks so fast, and they catch him from behind, and he's going, what the heck, nobody's done that to me all year, and he looks like he's just in shock that they've caught him when he steps up into that pocket.
Yeah, and you know, part of that takes more time when they're playing man-to-man like they are.
Yep.
And so, you know, you don't have the time, but let's be real, this is the first time, and Fayetteville was a good team, but nobody we've played has players like this.
No,
and so the speed of the game is different. The physicality of the game is different. And, you know, it's like you said, Buzz, you said earlier, 7-3 in the first quarter. Oh, man, that was great. But it can turn on you so fast against these guys that, like the punt, run back to the 2-yard line. That switches the game in a heartbeat.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to go in at halftime, and if you can convince these kids that you have a lot of talent and you got to reach way, way down, do what you can to try to get them back on track, get some confidence back. Because right now, you know, I'm sure that they're mentally hurt, if not, you know, physically beat up a little bit. And to come back in the second half and just try to get this thing turned around.
Yeah, it's been a rough 3 weeks for these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't like to go back, but the Greenwood game, you've got that at hand, and that gets away from you, and then you don't play well against Fayetteville. You got a week off, and even the week offs are good when you're winning, but sometimes when you're getting beat, it just you want to get back out there and play a game, and then have to come out of it and play arguably the best team in the state of Arkansas. I mean, I don't know anybody that's better. I mean, until somebody beats them, they're you know, so you've not had really a chance to get a breather.
Well, guys, I want to say thank you to our sponsors for doing what they do to allow us to have this broadcast, and we need to take a break and let them speak right now. We'll be back.
You're in business to do business, not paperwork. That's where the skills of Potts & Company certified public accountants can help you succeed. Trust the experienced professionals of Potts & Company for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and other business services. Using QuickBooks for your operations? They're QuickBooks experts. The Potts & Company team can help you establish, organize, and optimize your QuickBooks for utmost effectiveness. Visit pottscpa.com to learn more.
Northside High School invites you to help pave the way in the Legacy Walk. All former or current students, players, friends, families, faculty, administration, community leaders, and businesses are invited to become a permanent part of its campus. Have your own personalization engraved on a 4x8 brick to be installed in front of the new arena. Honor a loved one, a teacher, a coach, your graduating class, or even advertise an organization or business. Support Northside and become a part of the campus for years to come. Stop by the Grizzly Gear Shop and order yours today.
Since 1977, Jerry Neal's Barbecue has been providing mouth-watering barbecue in a family-friendly environment. 45 years later, the great tradition continues with the new additions of fried catfish and jumbo shrimp that are cooked fresh every time. Satisfy your cravings when your catfish arrives at your table hot and crispy. Jerry Neal's Barbecue is proud to be a part of Fort Smith's history. Hope to see you soon at Jerry Neal's Barbecue and Catfish.
Since 1933, Edwards Funeral Home has been serving the families of Fort Smith and the surrounding communities with celebration of life services. Losing a loved one is a difficult and often emotional experience, which is why Edwards Funeral Home is here for you every step of the way. Achieve future peace of mind for you and your family when you pre-arrange your services. We all plan for things that might happen, so why not plan for something that is unavoidable? Edwards Funeral Home, giving you dignity with peace of mind.
Welcome back to Bryant Stadium. It is 35-3. It was 7-3 at the end of the first quarter, but 30 seconds into the second quarter, the offense started really clicking for Bryant, and they took it to 35-3. It has been one of those nights that we've fought the broadcast woes too, with the choppiness of the internet connections we have here. Finally got a hot spot, so hopefully that helped a little bit. We appreciate you hanging in there with us. We've definitely had some comments about the quality of it. we do our very best to bring you the top quality broadcast as we can. So please hang in there with us, and I hope that it's better now, and I hope that it stays good for the rest of the broadcast, and also hope that the Grizzlies come back in the second half and get this thing turned around.
Well, I hope they do too, and I hate it for our viewers because this is a beautiful stadium, as are all the stadiums that we go to, but none are as beautiful as
Mayo Thompson.
Mayo Thompson. No, if you get a chance next week, if I remember you saying correctly, we go to
Little Rock Central.
Little Rock Central with Quigley Stadium.
Right.
One of the most, if not the most, next to Mayo Thompson Stadium,
Historical.
the most historical stadium on probably the most historical campus in the
country.
state of,
Could
in
be
the country. Yeah, maybe in the country. So if you get a chance to go down there and watch that game, come on. I think it'll be a good game for the Grizzlies. But anyway, just a shout out to go to Little Rock Central. When I was coaching, I was afraid I'd never get to watch a game at that stadium, and I always wanted to. And when you first asked me to do this, I thought, yeah, I want to get to watch the game. And it's a very unique stadium, and it's a very unique campus and a very unique part of Little Rock. And I really enjoy going down there and watching a game and broadcasting the game from there. It's very interesting.
I do too. It's one of my favorite places to broadcast from. And it's a big stadium.
It is.
A high school stadium. But that stadium, if I'm not mistaken, has not changed a bit from when we played in it in high school.
No.
Still
I doubt
the
very
same.
seriously they do change it. I don't see them changing anything.
The only difference is now that it has turf like most of the fields do. I don't know that we see any on our schedule that don't have turf.
Yeah.
Remember back in those days, the only time you got to play on turf was at War Memorial when you played Catholic, and that was AstroTurf on cement. Boy, you came out of that skinned up and bleeding, and it took you a couple of weeks just to heal up from the turf burns.
I always thought it would be so cool to play on AstroTurf, and man, was I wrong. That's the most horrible stuff ever invented to play football or any sport. It doesn't matter, any sport on. Horrible. That stuff was horrible.
Well, what they have now is a completely different synthetic
it is.
turf that it's fast. I don't know that I would ever want to go back to grass, especially if I was the maintenance guy.
Or if you were the coach that was painting the lines and the hash marks on these fields. That, man, you talk about some work now. That is work.
Now, the Razorbacks have a grass field.
Yes,
now,
they do.
They've experimented. They've gone back and forth. I went to the Cincinnati game, and I was trying to figure out if it was turf or if it was grass because it's so nice.
Yeah.
But they have turf on the sideline, AstroTurf or the synthetic turf, and then grass. It was hard to tell the difference, too.
That's top-of-the-line stuff. I don't know where they get that grass at, but I'm sure it's top-of-the-line stuff. They don't I'd hate to know what that stuff costs a square foot if that's how they sell it. I don't know how they sell that stuff, but I'd hate to know what that costs. But
Coach Fleur's a grass guy.
He is?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing better than playing on a great grass surface. I mean, and that's why you look at most colleges, they've gone back and forth, but most of them now are back to grass. But the only thing that happens on those things are Saturday afternoon or Saturday night football games. Nobody else gets on them. High school, your fields are used by everybody. So the fact that you've got turf keeps them from wearing out, getting the holes. And, I remember when we were in school buzz, one of our off-season days was resodding the middle of the field every year.
Yeah.
So, but a beautiful grass field is hard to beat. But, I don't think we don't play on one end. I'm going to go back and say something about Quigley Stadium. Y'all can talk all you want about how wonderful that place is, but it's a piece of junk when it comes to a dressing room for the visiting team. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
So maybe
quarters.
they could fix that. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, and they might want to think about replacing, covering up the holes in
the press box.
In the press box, you know what kind of holes I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just remember the first time I ever got to broadcast there, and just all the memories that came back playing there, and then just the view from up there.
Do you remember how good Little Rock Central was back then when you played.
Man.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I can remember when you went there, it was fixing to be 4 quarters of a war.
Yeah.
And you better strap it up and get ready.
Coach, I played against Houston Nutt when he was at Central, and I saw him at a concert in Fayetteville, and he said, and I was talking to him about the old days, and he said, boy, you guys, see, we played them, I think we played them, my senior year was at Mayo Thompson, my junior year was there, but he was talking about coming into Mayo Thompson and how intimidating that was. And he said, yeah, you guys, boy, y'all put it on us. Well, I said, Coach Nutt, I don't remember it that way. I remember y'all coming in putting it on us pretty bad. Yeah. But yeah, they were feared back then.
Yeah, it's amazing the difference now.
You know, I'm glad to see Parkview having a better ball team than they've had in the past.
Yeah, Coach Bolding's there, and done a good job everywhere he's been. He was at North Little Rock, and I don't know what all happened there, but left there and then has resurfaced at Parkview and got him playing really, really well.
Good last year, good again this year.
Yep.
Well, there's zeros on the clock. Both teams are back on the field warming up. The Grizzlies are going to have to kick it away, get the third quarter started. Be nice to get a stop. I've been impressed with Jordan Walker, the sophomore quarterback. In my mind, them playing a press coverage, cover one defense, and having a sophomore as a quarterback and not being able to throw it very well, I'm thinking, man, who knows what could happen. But he has done a really good job managing that first half for Bryant. You got to get some pressure on him.
He threw the ball probably, I know, the best. I've watched both their game films. And nothing like that in those 2 games. He's throwing with a lot more confidence tonight.
Well, he's had some guys make some good catches. 2 of the touchdowns, one was a shoestring catch that Singleton made. The other one was a deflected ball. So, and plus that 4th down or 3rd down and 13 that they got 14 yards from. It can be a little bit different. If you're going to try to find some bright spots, there's 3 right there that have really changed the score dramatically in Bryant's favor. But
like I said earlier, Buzz, where the game gets out of hand against Bryant is it's 14-3. You've got the ball on offense. They've got you backed up. You have to punt from your goal line, and they get a punt return back down to the 2.
Yeah.
And they get an easy score. Now it's 21. And it's like an avalanche. It just caves in on you. And we were in great shape if we could have got the ball out of there, maybe got a little punted, held them, made them work for it, but they had an easy score.
And I don't like to second-guess coaches. That's what they do for a living. But you go back to that punt, you're punting out of your end zone. Fowler lines up at our 35. He's the only guy back. They got 10 guys on the line. Would you kick it away? Just kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, that comes to how much confidence you have in your punter.
Right.
We've had, when you think back, even last year, Noah Ottman did a great job punting the ball away from their return guy, Chewy Parga.
Yeah.
If you've got that guy that can do that, that's exactly what you want to do.
Well, that was always you think about the kicking game before the season starts every year. What do you have? Who's going to punt? Who's going to long snap? Who's going to kick off? Who's going to get your extra points? And this year it was kind of up in the air. But I was so impressed with Perez in that Southside game, how well he punted.
Yeah, he punted the ball great, and we haven't seen that since. But he's getting a lot more pressure. Those guys are coming at you a little harder, and he's never done this before. That's a big part of the game.
Well, we're about to get the second half underway. Grizzlies on the field. Bryant is just about to take the field. As Perez has it teed up.
And, let's not forget what a good job that deep sniper did from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He got it back there, and Perez didn't step on that end line because we all know what stepping on that end line means.
Yeah, when you have your heels on, he got a little break with that penalty to
That's
get
true.
out of there 5 yards.
That's
but
true.
He did have his heels on the out-of-bounds line. Jordan Knox will be deep for Bryant. As Perez will get the third quarter started, and it's an onside kick. The Bears may have it.
We've got it. We've got it.
Yep.
That's a way to get it started, but
there you go.
There you go. All right.
I like that call. That's the way to go at it right there.
And Sebastian Garcia comes up with it. Great execution from Perez.
They call that lightning. Great job by the kicker.
He did a great job, and Sebastian Garcia with a great job to recover that. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Bryant's they ain't got out here yet. They're all confused.
All right, Hasley, the running back. Poom wants to throw. Maury, he's going to throw it to Maury. Maury in double coverage. Ball is tipped at the last second. That is Fowler. Drake Fowler, who's just a junior.
Buzz, he's been impressive tonight.
He really has been impressive. Coach, that man, he's playing.
He's playing center field
exactly.
on Maury.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what he's doing. And I don't blame him.
2nd down and 10. Boom, fakes the pitch, keeps it, goes to the right side. That's the short side of the field. Run out of bounds. That'd be close.
It's going to be a little short, I believe.
Was he a yard short, maybe 2?
They faked the quick pitch and ran the counter back away from it. Good play.
3rd down and 1. All right, the ball on the right hash. Cam Massey split wide to the left side. Bryson Adamaw in coverage on Massey. Massey over there all by himself. Hands it to Bryant Hasley. Bryant tries to grind for the 1st down. Let's see where they give it to him.
I think right there I'm hearing the coaches holler he should have pulled that ball.
Yeah.
Would have had an easy 1st down.
And it'll be a 4th down.
And you got to go for it right here.
Yeah, 4th down and 2. He lost a yard there. All right, the Bears will go for it. Ezra and Maury split to the right side. Poom will keep it himself. Poom still on his feet. Over the 35 to the.
That's got to be a 1st down.
Should be a 1st.
Yeah, they're giving the sign.
Yeah.
1st down.
Coach, it didn't look like they were going to give him a very good spot.
They didn't give him a good spot because he came across the line of scrimmage.
You're right, and he went across the 35, and they brought him back, and that's where the ball spotted. But it is a 1st down. So Hasley still in the backfield. Now Poom throws it to the right side. Hasley complete. Hasley at the 40. Tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, I tell you what, I can see it here from the press box, and Coach, I know with where you are, those are some licks.
Yeah, it's a physical football game. And this number 0, is it Fowler?
Fowler's.
He doesn't look real physical, but he came up and laid a pretty good lick on him right there.
No gain, 2nd down and 10. Poom with nowhere to go, can't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tell you what, we've seen 2 pretty good teams in Greenwood.
Bad thing right here. Fallon Rackley just came off the field. I'm not Fallon Rackley, excuse me. Adrian Falcon, serious pain with something that looked like his elbow.
Really?
Yes,
he is
not good.
I tell you what, Adrian Falcon is a tough young man. I've seen him in pain a lot this year, and he always finds a way to get back.
Well, let's hope it's not as bad as what it looked like with him coming off the field.
I hope not. He's been fighting a knee injury for, a couple years now. 3rd down and 13. Poom tries to step up into the pocket, and there's just nothing there. That was Jalen Russ again on the tackle, along with T.J. Lindsey. So Lindsey is the guy that has an offer from Georgia.
Number 9.
Number 9.
And he looks the part.
Perez on the punt. So 4th down and 22. Ball at the 47-yard line. Fowler at the 15. He'll await Perez's punt. Good snap. Kick is on the way. It's a lazy spiral. He did kick it away from him this time. Great kick. Goes out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Somebody picked it up.
Bryant picked it up.
That's Brendan Bennett that picked it up.
So that not a very smart decision there. But we touched the ball first. It wouldn't have been. It was down there.
Right.
But still, you don't want your guy doing that.
All right, 1st and 10 for Bryant after the successful onside kick from the Grizzlies. Didn't get the result we needed. So 8:24 left in the third quarter. So Walker will be back at quarterback, the sophomore who has had a good first half against our Grizzlies. Hands off right side.
Buzz, that's another back. That's number 16.
Yeah.
I don't believe we saw him in the first half.
He played some receiver in the first half. That's Daniel Anderson. He's a sophomore. He reminds you of Martin and Ganaway just with how hard they run.
He's big, too.
He'll be in the backfield. Trips to the left side, ball on the right hash. They'll give it to him again. He's run out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Check that, 28-yard line. A knock split wide to the left side. Now Walker out of the pocket, throws it out of bounds. Nowhere to go. Good job by the Grizzlies.
Got a flag over here on this sideline. I'm not sure. Coach Solly had a word with the official. I'm not exactly sure what was said, but that's going to be against Bryant. Illegal lineman downfield.
Okay. Let's move it back. And defensively, that play, the Bears did a good job. Put a little pressure on him finally.
That was Mingo. We've heard his name several times tonight. I mean, he's really, really played a good football game. And again, 75 is, I'm not going to say twice his size, but he's close.
2nd down and 11. Now Knox again, a split wide to the left. Hardwick will pick him up. Ulmer and Williams. Secondary for the Grizzlies. They'll pitch it to the left side. Good job by the Grizzlies. Kyle Perkins comes up with the football, but they'll say he's already down.
Buzz, I'm not sure who is number 34 for the Northside.
Number 34 for the Northside is Lucas Calderera.
He just made a heck of a play. The young man, the sophomore, came up and made that play happen right there.
I watched Lucas as a freshman. I talked to Coach Solly about him, and he was impressive then. He's going to be a great player for the Grizzlies. 3rd down and 9. Walker wants to throw. Throws it almost intercepted.
I think that's Eric Brewer right there, isn't it?
Yeah, that is Brewer. Almost had the interception. Now that's going to bring up a 4th down and 9, so it'll bring the punting team in.
Wow.
Good job by the Grizzlies defensively.
That's 2 young men right there that's made 2 plays in a row that hadn't seen a lot of action on the defensive side of the field this year.
Brewer, who is also our long snapper, done a good job tonight. Here is the kick. Maury will just get away from it. It takes a big Bryant bounce down to the 25-yard line.
Good series by the defense right there.
Absolutely. Now we need some offensive firepower here. Get back in this ball game. 35-3 with 6:58 left. 3rd quarter. Tell you what, every trip we make to Bryant, broadcast-wise, seems like there's some issues, whether it's falling down the steps or the heat is unbearable.
Well, let's make sure we don't fall down the steps tonight.
Or we had a choppy internet connection, but
even though you do bounce pretty good.
I did bounce. 1st and 10 from the 25. Poom fakes it, keeps it, goes to the right side to the 29-yard line. Second down and 5. Mari and Ezra split to the right side. Tay and Cam left side. Hasley in the backfield. Now Poom trying to buy some time. Rolls right, throws it. It's complete. In and out of the hands of Ezra. He was hit right as he made the catch by Brendan Bennett. Really good timing by Bennett.
Yep, Poon doing a good job of getting away and keeping his eyes down the field. And if Ezra would have come back a little bit more, he may not have taken that lick and caught the ball.
3rd and 5. Poom again wants to throw. Steps up into the pocket, throws it complete. That's Tay King for the first down to the 39-yard line. Good job by Poon. Just step up into the pocket, show your patience. Find Tay King in the middle of the field open, 1st and 10. Now they'll go tempo. He gets the snap. Poom steps up, throws it across the middle. That's complete again. Tay King with 2 receptions in a row over midfield to the 49.
Giving him good protection right there, giving him time to throw the football.
That's what we did not do that in the first half. And it sure made a difference so far in the second half. 1st and 10. Bears again quick to the line of scrimmage. Poom works his way out of the pocket. Flag there, maybe holding. Pass is incomplete. Was intended for Tay King, went over his head. Ezra Phillips almost made the catch, but I'm afraid this one's going to go against the Bears.
Oh, I thought maybe we had a face mask.
You know what, Coach, it could be.
Well, no, I saw him point the other way.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against us, but it looked like he did catch Poom's face mask as he went by.
That's what I thought, but we need to take advantage of this right now because Bryant has the whole second defensive line in the ball game.
5:46 left in the third quarter. First down and 26 yards to go. Mari split to the right side. Jaden Lewis will pick him up. Now Poom will keep it. Poom might make it to the 40-yard line.
I just saw big Jamani Benton just pile drive one of their players. He really got after him right there.
I'll tell you, if Jamani gets any leverage on you, yeah, you're in trouble. Yeah, that was Brendan Bennett that took the Jamani Benton punishment there. All right, 2nd and 21. Pickup of 5. Poom fakes it to Hasley, keeps it, goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. He'll pick up another 4 or 5 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and long.
Getting us closer, and I do see Adrian Falcons back in the game, so he was not injured bad. That's good.
Well, it's hard to keep him out. You know, Adrian, not just a good football player, he's just a good kid. Good student, has his head on right, he knows what he wants to do, whether he plays at the next level or not. Poom steps up, throws across the middle, incomplete, almost intercepted. It was intended for Mari, in and out of the hands. That'll bring up a 4th down. So Brewer will come in and long snap it, and Perez will kick it away.
4th and 17 for the Grizzlies.
Fowler again will go deep. for Bryant. He'll set up at the 28-yard line. Perez will get the snap at about the 30-yard line. Another good snap. Kick is away. This one is wobbly, and Fowler will pick it up and waste no time, but he took a big lick there.
Yeah, we got a holding too.
Yeah.
I could see the young man, C.J. Dickerson, had just about ripped his jersey off of him.
Yeah. Coach Fowler, I mean, we were talking about earlier the Buffet brothers, how they used to return kicks, and that's how this Fowler kid does.
Oh yeah. And the older Maffei, Jeremy, was fearless.
Yeah.
Fearless when it came to returning a punt.
It's one thing to catch it in the air, especially if you get a low kick and you can set up a return like he almost scored on. But to take one off the deck like that when it's bouncing, you got to have great concentration just to watch it. Because if it gets by you, you touch it, it gets by you, it could be a scoop and score very easily because he's the only guy deep.
You got to have guts too.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to probably take a lick. All right, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 4:29 left in the third quarter. Walker wants to throw, throws right side. Yeah, that's another reception that was deflected. Ulmer did a good job. Went off the hands of Ulmer into the receiver's hands.
That ball had to have been thrown darn near 50 yards across the field.
For another first down. You know, some of this is luck, too. You just get the right bounce, the right deflection. Hand off to Anderson. Anderson will get a lot more yards than we should have let him have there.
We right there to make the tackle, and we just don't wrap up.
So Gans and Martin getting a rest. Anderson's carrying the load in the second half for the Hornets. Carson Trickey, a junior wide receiver, splits wide to the left side. Hand off again to Anderson.
Mr. Perry on the tackle right there, doing a good job of closing down and making the play.
Tavion Perry, just a junior. Again, Tricky goes to the left side. Anderson in the backfield with Walker. He gets the call again. Right side. Just needed one, got a bunch, 1st and 10.
They hit that hole so hard and so fast. They don't have to have it open very long.
To me, that's the biggest key of their offense, is how quick they hit.
Yes, sir.
1st and 10 from the 41 of the Bears. And they don't go down just because you hit them with a lick.
No. You got to put your shoulders into those guys, those big, strong running backs. You can't just put your arms around them. You got to put your shoulders into them. You got to put your hips into them. You got to drive them back. You can't.
Yeah, well, Anderson was hit at the line of scrimmage and still was able to pick up 5. 2nd down and 5 to go. 2:40 left in the third quarter. Bryant does a lot of damage to everybody they play in the first half. Haven't done much this half, but till now. Pass complete over the middle.
Their quarterback may have come of age tonight.
Yeah, that's Donald Miller on the reception. Walker with another completion. Coach, I think you're exactly right. I mean, what I've watched in the first 2 games is not anything like this.
No, he's played extremely well, thrown the ball well, and run the ball well.
Anderson he fakes it. Good job, stiff arms, man. Gets run out of bounds. Stiff arm Kai Perkins.
Well, they finally put in number 41. 16 had carried the load this quarter.
First and goal from, I'm sorry, it is 2nd and 1, or 2nd and 2 from the 9. Ganaway back in the ball game. Ganaway gets the call. They pick up 1. Still going to be 3rd down and 1.
Josh Nolan seems to be a little shaken up.
Your referee's timeout. So Devin Jones will go in. Nolan comes out. We'll see a little tender on his right side, maybe his right ankle. Third down and 1. All at the 9-yard line of the Grizzlies. Ganaway still in the ball game. Ganaway again gets the call, and he'll be in the end zone before anybody knows it. So Daniel Anderson, who's the sophomore running back, did all the work to get it down in the red zone, and then Ganaway takes it in. Fuller back in to kick another extra point as we are in the mercy rule. 1:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Bad snap. And this kick will be no good. Holder couldn't get it on the tee for him. The kick was no good. 41-3. Minute 40 left in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back.
For the consumer, I think it's maybe one of the best times in history, at least in my experience, it's the best time that I've seen. The pre-owned business is definitely changing. Probably the best time as far as ease that we've seen in the car business. Transaction between the salesman and the customer is so much easier. The coolest thing about our pre-owned stores to me is hearing what they say about going there. Come see us at Clay Maxey Premium Pre-Owned in Fort Smith and in Tawnytown.
The 3rd quarter started out good. Onside kick, Grizzlies get it. Couldn't get anything out of it.
I'll tell you what, Bryant's offensive line moves in such good unison. It's hard to explain that.
Fuller will kick this one away, and that is Maury Smith at the 11. Maury tries to stiff arm a man, goes to the 20, gets over the 20, and he's drugged. That ought to be a penalty. You're out of bounds, and he drags him down. That was called earlier, but not then.
Well, you know, that's a tough penalty. You're going full speed, and I don't know sometimes how they expect a young man to stop.
If you recognize that you're out of bounds,
yeah, but
let go of it. But I guess if you don't see it,
but when you're chasing a guy like Maury Smith as fast as he is, I mean, and he makes a cut, and you've let up. I mean, it's a tough situation for a defensive player on any team.
Bears with 1st and 10.
I see a lot of different numbers out here on the field for Bryant. He's probably starting to play some of his younger guys, not all of them.
I'll tell you what, it may not look like it, but number 75 for Northside,
Jamoni Benton.
He has had he's had to handle number 98 for most of the night, and I think he's done a pretty fair job on that guy.
Hasley with a nice run. Gets around the corner over the 35 to the 38-yard line. Hasley reminds me of those Bryant kids as far as running hard.
Yes.
First and 10. Boone wants to throw, looking for Maury down the right side. Maury makes the catch in traffic. All the way down to the 24-yard line. Maury Smith, who had to concentrate with two guys there. It was in really great coverage on Maury, and he just watched it all the way to his hands.
Unbelievable concentration.
That was a pretty good throw, too.
Yes, great throw.
Yes, sir. It's amazing what you can do when you have a little bit of time.
1st and 10 from the 24. Two backs in the backfield now, Hasley and Tay King. Give us to Tay King, left side. Tay still on his feet, will be run out of bounds. The 17-yard line. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. We have 12 more minutes in this ball game. Well, the referees realize that the quarter is over. They do. We'll take a break. We'll come back right after this.
The Crawford County Adult Education Center and the Fort Smith Adult Education Center have teamed up to help you reach all of your educational goals. Get started today with our free classes, including Arkansas High School Diploma Equivalency, English Language Learning, and Workforce Preparation classes. Train to be a CNA, a personal care assistant, a welder, and more. College courses are also available. New classes are forming now in Van Buren, Fort Smith, and Waldron. Visit us online or call the numbers on your screen. Do it for you. Education lasts a lifetime.
All right, 12 minutes to go. 41-3. The Bears have it at the 17-yard line. 2nd down. Again, we appreciate all the Grizzly fans that made the trip here to Bryant. And thanks to all of our fans that are listening in on the Grizzly Sports Network. We apologize for the internet connections earlier. Hopefully the hotspot made a little bit of difference. Just as Poon gets the snap, whistles blow.
Gonna have offsides on Bryant.
That'll give us a 1st down. Yeah, a lot of the guys that are in for Bryant right now are not even on my depth chart.
Yeah, I'll say one thing about Coach, but James, he'll pull them out once they've got it in hand. There's some guys that won't do that, but he's one of them that will.
Poon takes the snap, goes off the right side, makes a man miss. Now he'll go in the end zone. Touchdown, Poon Savoy. 41-9. Good job by Poon on the read. So Perez, who has done all the kicking tonight, kicks off, extra points, field goals, punting. He'd save you a lot of money in the pros, wouldn't he, Coach?
Yeah, he would.
Just have to get one kicker. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up and good. 41-10. As the clock continues to run, we'll just stay with it. The Grizzlies will have to tee it up now and kick it away.
You know, one of the advantages, Buzz, to what he's doing is you keep guys interested in your program.
Yeah.
It builds players for the future. And, I mean, that's why you talk about the depth they've got.
And they get those varsity reps, and that's a huge advantage when you get that many varsity reps every year for your.
Right, and they get a bunch.
Yeah, they do.
Well, we've had a full staff here for this road game with all of our camera girls. When I say girls, I'm talking about Anna Beavers, Alicia O'Neill, Hannah Kringle.
They do a good job.
They do a great job. And then Brandon, who is on the field with a wireless camera along with Anna. She's in the far end zone with her wireless camera. And then for those of you who think that Coach Fleur is in the press box with us, he's not. He's actually on the field, roaming the sidelines like he used to do. This time he's got a microphone in his hands. But what a great reception that it's been all night.
And he gets to go past the 25-yard lines now.
He can do about whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
Ulmer with the tackle. You're down at the 25-yard line.
You really, if you're both teams now, you want to get out of here with none of your main guys getting hurt.
Yeah.
You know, Northside's got 2 big weeks coming up, one on the road against Central, Jonesboro coming at home, and it's 2 games that we need to win, and we have a great opportunity to win, get this thing back to 500.
Hey, Coach, if you had to go from Fort Smith to Jonesboro to play a game, would you leave the night before if you could?
You know, probably that's what we try to do.
Yeah.
Or that, or, you know, have to leave early that morning and break it up and stop and do some things because that is a long drive.
Well,
it sure is.
Broadcast team's leaving on Wednesday.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. New quarterback in the game now, and he'll throw it over the middle. It's incomplete. That was intended for Nick West, a junior wide receiver. Ulmer was in coverage.
I'll tell you what, he's put in some other players, but he's not substituted that offensive line.
Oh, they're still throwing it.
Well, they may have a couple of new offensive linemen there, but they still got 3 of their starters I can see.
Gideon Moats is the quarterback. Moats gives it to Anderson.
That was good linebacker play right there.
So Moats is a junior quarterback. He doesn't change anything when it comes to size.
Oh, he had told me before the game one of these guys has been hurt, and it may be this guy that's just now coming back from injury.
Yeah, Moats is a junior. It doesn't look like this is the first time he's ever played quarterback either. Sets up, throws. It's intercepted at the 20, the 10. Touchdown Northside. That's Kai Perkins, but there is a flag at the 24.
I think it's going to be on Isaiah Ulmer, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, Kai Perkins with a pick 6. Well, as soon as he caught it, he knew that was a touchdown. There was nobody there, but
I saw him on the ground. I don't know what happened, but it looks like they're calling it on Ulmer.
it'll still be the Grizzlies' ball, but the touchdown will come back.
Boy, you could see it in Kai Perkins' eyes, you know, from here.
Yeah.
He saw what that quarterback was looking at, and he started making that break. Pretty defensive play.
What was the call, Coach?
I'm sitting here waiting. I'm not sure what he did.
Well,
he had to be a block in the back or a hold.
Yeah.
One of the two, but he shouldn't have touched him. He was by him.
How many times do you see that happen?
Happens a bunch.
Oh, man. And you coach it every day. You coach it every day.
That's the one time you tell them take it off, loaf, jog down the field, and watch. For some reason, they have a hard time doing that.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 34, 7:55 to go as the clock runs. Well, the whistle will blow, but the clock will keep running. Sure was a pretty pick six. You go back to last year when Poon picked off that ball in the end zone against Little Rock Southwest, takes it back 104 yards, and that got called back for roughing the passer. Poon steps up in the pocket, throws complete. That's Cam Massey. Cam shakes a little bit but gets knocked out of bounds. Great job by Cam Massey. I love to watch Cam go up and make a catch. He's so sure-handed, and he's got some elevation too.
He's got great hands. That was all hands and good.
Yep.
Again, good job by Poon. Felt a little pressure.
Yeah.
Stepped outside the pocket, eyes down the field, hits the open man.
1st and goal from the 10. Who faked it to Hasley, kept it himself, but
probably should have gave that to Hasley right there.
Yeah.
That's a read play. He's reading the end man on the line of scrimmage, kind of in the never, could have given it, could have kept it, and I think if he'd have given it, Hasley would have had a big gainer there.
yeah, that was 98 again, Elijah Hill. Elijah Hill is a sophomore, and from up here in the press box, looking at that guy, man, he looks huge.
He's a good-looking young man, especially if he's a 10th grader.
The loss of 5, second down and goal from the 15. Poom looks to the right side, throws it out of the reach of Ezra. 3rd and 15, or 3rd and goal from the 15.
Oh, we just got a flag on the sideline over there against the head coach. I'm not sure what he got mad about, but that flag went high in the sky.
It's 41-10. What do you have to be mad about?
I'm not sure. They're still arguing over there on the far side. Got him for unsportsmanlike. I'm not sure what happened.
We have a 2nd and goal from the 15 right now. Let's see where they move it. Will be half the distance. All right, down to the 5-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 5.
They had 2 penalties on them. Delay a game, and they decline it, and then the unsportsmanlike.
All right, Cam split to the left. Tay in the slot. Ezra in the other slot. Mari split wide right. Poom looks, throws over the middle, incomplete. That's a flag, has to be.
It is.
Against, yeah, I mean, Ezra couldn't even reach up to try to make the catch. He was pretty much tackled. That was Joshua Rice, the senior defensive back. Now the ball will be at the 3-yard line.
Go Grizzlies!
So that should be, that's an automatic first down, is it not? They'll send a man in
second
motion.
down.
Boom. The give to Tay. Tay goes to the right side, cuts up, can't get it in the end zone, or can he? The ball was fumbled. It goes into the back of the end zone. And Tay is down.
He's down. I don't know if he's hurt or it looks like he's shook up a little bit.
Yeah, he's he was hit by a couple of Hornets. I mean, he was trying to turn up to get into the end zone, and he was hammered. Well, Miss Sherry's on her way to check on him. The rest of the Grizzlies will take a knee. We'll hope for the best here.
43, Joshua Moore on the recovery of the fumble.
He's moving.
4:46 left. Bears an opportunity there to get one in the end zone, but nobody really cares about all that. Right now, all we care about is Tay King going to be okay. See him get up and walk off the field.
I think he got the wind knocked out of him. Nope.
He's
limping a little bit.
a couple of his teammates there to help him off. Coach, if you find out.
I'll try to. It looks like it's a lower leg injury.
Yeah, he's not even putting any pressure on it.
No pressure on that one. I see Falcon down here in a sling with ice on his shoulder. Josh Horton over there with a bad ankle, so A little banged up. Like I said, we want to get out of this without anybody else getting hurt.
Well, his teammates have gotten him off the field now. And again, you just hope for the best, but whatever you can find out, Coach, just let us know. He's gonna lay down there at the goal line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 after the touchback.
Jones, the ball carrier.
That was Mason Medlock,
Tavion Perry.
Andrew Hernandez that helped Tay off the field. He's hopping. Yeah, it's a right ankle, it looks like. Well, we came down here with high hopes, and things just didn't go our way.
Even higher hopes after the first quarter. I thought they played them really well in the first quarter.
Incomplete. That's Cameron Sams. He's actually listed as a linebacker.
They're still playing hard on defense.
Yeah. That'll be 4th down and 4 to bring up a punting situation. Ulmer will drop deep.
Definitely looks like Tays is an ankle.
Yeah. So Ulmer at his own 42. Kick is away as a high spiral. Ulmer will take it. Fair catch at the 39. So the clock ticking at right at 3 minutes now. So it's going to be over pretty quick.
Looks like we've got our whole young grouping in.
Was that Coach James that got that unsportsmanlike coach?
Yes, it was. He was rather upset.
I'd love to know what that was about. I mean, it was an overthrown pass, was it not?
It was. I'm not sure, but they had to grab him as coaches and pull him back. So
wow.
No reason to get real upset. I don't know what happened, but not to get thrown out of the ball game now.
All right, Clayton Moody, sophomore quarterback, will be in the ball game now, along with Youngblood. I tell you what, I like Youngblood. Watched him play last year as a freshman. He's an exciting player. He's in the backfield with McClain. He'll get the call, and here he goes across the 40-yard line. He's a quick hitter.
Another young running back. They've got him at slot receiver right now is Mr. Wright. He's got a great future in front of him, too.
Yeah. Isaac Wright, who definitely has a lot of genetic gifts, I will say that. 2nd down and 8. Clay gives it to Youngblood again, but nothing there for Jaden this time. And Isaac Wright, just a sophomore. Garrett Standard's in the ball game. Garrett will be in the slot. 3rd down and 11. Youngblood gets the ball again. Nothing there for Jaden.
I believe he just fumbled it.
It'll be a 4th down.
No, he fumbled the ball. They just took it from him.
Sure enough.
Yep. 1st and 10 for Bryant. 47 seconds left. Little Rock Central next week. We'll be at Quigley. Make the trip. Be safe. If not, turn into the Grizzly Sports Network. Was it Jonesboro after that?
Yes, sir, at Mayo Thompson.
Homecoming. Again, thank you to the fans for making the trip here tonight. Be safe on your way home. Everybody's starting to file out of the stadium now. I'm surprised they're throwing the football. That was Cameron Sams. Under 10 seconds now, but I'm surprised they just didn't take a knee. This ball game will end 41-10 is the final, as the teams will meet at midfield and shake hands. And Coach, if you hear anything about, if you find out what you can about Tay, and if you get a chance to talk to Coach James, ask him what his problem is.
I don't know that I'll go do that.
Oh, come on. All right, guys, let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap this up right after this.
The Crawford County Adult Education Center and the Fort Smith Adult Education Center have teamed up to help you reach all of your educational goals. Get started today with our free classes, including Arkansas High School Diploma Equivalency, English Language Learning, and Workforce Preparation classes. Train to be a CNA, a personal care assistant, a welder, and more. College courses are also available. New classes are forming now in Van Buren, Fort Smith, and Waldron. Visit us online or call the numbers on your screen. Do it for you. Education lasts a lifetime.
For the consumer, I think it's maybe one of the best times in history, at least in my experience, it's the best time that I've seen. The pre-owned business is definitely changing. Probably the best time as far as ease that we've seen in the car business. Transaction between the salesman and the customer is so much easier. The coolest thing about our pre-owned stores to me is hearing what they say about going there. Come see us at Clay Maxey Premium Pre-Owned in Fort Smith and in Tawnytown.
Since 1977, Jerry Neal's Barbecue has been providing mouth-watering barbecue in a family-friendly environment. 45 years later, the great tradition continues with the new additions of fried catfish and jumbo shrimp that are cooked fresh every time. Satisfy your cravings when your catfish arrives at your table hot and crispy. Jerry Neal's Barbecue is proud to be a part of Fort Smith's history. Hope to see you soon at Jerry Neal's Barbecue and Catfish.
Did you spend time at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987? Were you diagnosed with cancer or any of these serious conditions? You may be entitled to significant compensation. Personnel and their families have suffered serious illnesses after being exposed to toxic drinking water while on base. If you lived, worked, or served at Camp Lejeune and were diagnosed with cancer or another serious condition,
let us help you weather the storm. Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
All right, 41-10 was the final. We didn't turn out like we wanted it to. We expected for them to not to be able to cover our guys, but they did a good job, and they are a good football team, and hopefully we can recover, get ready for Little Rock Central next week. Coach Fleur, Jeff, you guys got any final thoughts?
Go ahead, Coach.
Well, I talked with Miss Sherry. Not a good report. We may have a couple of fractured bones. You know, they'll have to be x-rayed and checked out. And then she feels like Kavion just sprained his ankle. How serious, too early to tell, but hopefully not bad. So we'll see what happens. We just got to, again, like I said, a lot of people come in here and they're a really good football team. We got to get ready to play next week and get this thing going in the right direction, and we can. I
agree with what Coach Fleur said earlier, that these are two games coming up at Central, at Mayo Thompson, that Northside has a really good chance of winning, and that they should win, and that they need desperately to win. But I'm going to tell you something, and I don't know who Bryant plays next week, but I'm going to tell you, you better tighten your chin straps up, because you got some men. You're fixing to play against some men, and they are not only big, they are strong. I can't believe how strong they are, and how they move, and how quick feet they are, and how just disciplined they are, and how fundamentally sound that all of them. It's just all of them. They all move in unison on the offensive line. They all move in unison off the defensive line. and they attack. They just keep attacking, and they just wear you down, and they just physically and mentally just beat you up, and they have no sympathy. They will not let up on you for 1 second.
Yeah, it's evident. When you see it in person, you hear about it, and when you come see it in person. But you're exactly right, both of you and Coach Fleurs. You got 2 big games coming up, one at a time. You got to get Central first and come back for homecoming against Jonesboro, Mayo, Thompson. But again, thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. It was a little bumpy for us too. I mean, we had a hard time keeping the connection, but Dylan, who worked so hard behind the scenes, was able to get a hot spot. Hopefully, got it back on. Now, this will be on KXNW in its entirety tomorrow night, because even though it was bumpy tonight, it'll be it's recorded, and they'll pick up that feed, and it'll be on tomorrow night at 7 on KXNW channel 34 network TV. So if you want to watch it again, or if you didn't see it, you got some friends telling you that it's going to be back on, be sure and tune in. But also, I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Golden Corral, Clay Maxey, Blaylock Heat and Air, Burton Pools and Spas, Potts Accounting, Legacy Walk. Please take advantage of that. Buy a brick. Do it in the name of a teacher, a coach, yourself, your kids, whatever you can do. And you can get in touch with Coach Carter. He is our principal, Chris Carter. He was at the game tonight. I want to say thank you to him for being here. And just get in touch with him, and he can get you hooked up. Or you can get with the Booster Club, Shelly Blaylock, Rachel Fields. Either one of those girls can definitely get you fixed up. Anna Beavers, Hannah Kringle, Alicia O'Neill, our camera girls. Again, great job tonight. Brandon, as usual, on the field, followed Coach Fleur around. Appreciate what he does. Jeff, thank you to you, man, for all your color work here tonight. And we'll have a trip back. We're going to stop somewhere and eat. I don't know where it is yet, but I'm getting pretty hungry. What about you?
Yeah, I could eat something.
All right.
I mean, you may not tell that by looking at me, but
slim and trim, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And also thank you to Coach Fleur on the sideline. What a great job he does. And, boy, what a crystal clear connection.
Yeah.
We had tonight. It sounded like he's in the press box. But
yeah, it was smooth.
It was. He was on the field and was able to give us that up-close personal look at it and tell us what's going on, what works, what doesn't work. Coach, are you going back with Coach Little and Coach Neal?
Yes, sir. I'll be riding the equipment truck back, but I'll be getting off at the Alma exit.
Oh, that's right.
Not unloading any gear.
There you go. Well, everybody be safe. Next week it is Jeff, you got something?
Yeah, we don't ever – and I want to end this every week by saying thank you to you for letting me do this, and to Coach Fleur for allowing me to do this with you and him, because I really enjoy being around you two guys and talking football with you two guys every Friday night. I really do look forward to being around you guys on Friday night and talking football.
It's
really
been
do.
fun.
Thank y'all.
Just got a text from Cheryl Fitzgerald. She loves listening to all the comments. And Cheryl, we love you, and thanks for tuning in. I wish we could have got a victory tonight. Hopefully Chris will be in a good mood when he gets home. And I also want to say thank you. And I don't know, sometimes, and I don't mean to take it for granted, but my favorite cheerleader of all time is Laurie, my wife, who takes care of all my depth charts, and she does so much behind the scenes. I really appreciate her. Sweetie, I love you. I'll be home soon. So unless Jeff finds something we can do other than eat on the way home.
Don't blame me, man.
Anyway, it's Little Rock Central next week. Kickoff is at 7. Coach's show will be at 6. We'll be at Quigley Stadium bringing it live to you. But between now and then, be safe, be prosperous, and as always, Jeff.
Go Bears.